Yo, is this thing live? What's up, you guys? We're back. Your favorite host is here. Because Swiper had to help the Power Rangers at Angel Grove find ooze and all of them in the streets and stuff. Doing this typical Zordon shit. But we here. Part of the gang's here. D-Mac, smartest man on PC. Then we got Riddell. And we get, another member of the Black Sensei Society in the building. First appearance on the show. My man Lonnie. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, Lonnie, bro? Finna come up here and spread some agendas, I hope.
I'm doing good.
We got a little bit on the card today. Talk about can the Texans dominate the AFC. Other things as well. Get into their schedule. Talk about, rookies and you know how we do, bro. We'll be all over the place. I will say we'll talk about this, but the most important thing, we're going to talk about these Texans. I had to put that as a thumbnail because I just feel like CJ is playing with a generational defense, man. Border Patrol, these guys are good from top to bottom. I think if we just want to nitpick, even where you want to nitpick at, they still solid at linebacker, interior. One of the better defenses I've seen in this decade, and they got their little nickname for them. So, unless CJ Stroud just continues to play like I don't even know what you call that when he play like, but it wasn't a professional. You know what I'm saying? If he continues to play like that, cool. I'll just say, hey, they won't win it. But if he plays somewhat decent, if he could be, I don't know, Matt Castle, somebody like that. If he could be somewhere in that realm, I don't see why.
This gave me insane PTSD by bringing up that name.
Yeah, bro. Like
flashbacks. That was
because he was Nathan Peterman. Like if you could just be a little bit better than that, Hello, Kenya.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good morning, Kenya. Good morning, everybody.
How you doing? Oh, and happy belated 4th of July, everybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't know whoever celebrated. Hope y'all celebrated with y'all family. Had some fun. Hope you didn't pull a full extra or Jason Pierre-Paul and popped your fingers off.
Back it up, Turd. Back it up.
Yeah, I love that. I'm glad they recycled it. Like,
every single 4th of July. I love seeing that video. What are you doing, Turd? Put it in reverse. I love that video. Great.
Oh, Terry, man. I hope Terry's doing good, man. I hope that didn't happen again for you, Terry. Who was thinking about you? Just put it in reverse, Terry.
Just put it in reverse. Sometimes you just got to put it in reverse, man. In situation.
He was enjoying his fireworks, though, man. But,
I hope everybody got some good barbecue. Hope everybody enjoyed it with their family. Saw some fireworks. If you got it cool, you know what it is, man.
Man. But, Key, we was up here talking about the Texans right now. Get into the thumbnail. We was talking about the Texans. I was just basically saying, as long as CJ Stroud, I mean, I'm just thinking of garbage quarterbacks he could be, like because he was like Nathan Peterman. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
I can already tell this is gonna go. I'm gonna have to defend CJ Stroud.
Jimmy Garoppolo, maybe. Jimmy Garoppolo,
like he don't have to do much. He could just be 06 Rex Grossman. Like you ain't really gotta. Man, I'm talking about with this defense they have. Because even in the game we had the 4 turnovers, it still was a relatively close game. Even though they lost by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
It still was like a game to where, I mean, if CJ Stroud wasn't throwing ham sandwiches and super chats to the defense, I still feel like they had a chance to win that game because that defense was so stout. Will Anderson is Will Anderson. They just gave him all that money. I already said they DBs is something ridiculous. Sometimes when you see Kamari Lassiter play, you think he cornerback one, but it's still Derek Stingley over there. You got Bullock. And you got Petrie. Petrie knocking motherfuckers into, excuse my language though, but he's sending niggas to the chalk zone. You know what I mean? Like he is,
for sure. Yeah, no, it's scary.
It's ridiculous. And then they got the fast linebackers, you know what I'm saying? They got Henry To'oTo'o. I could tell they wanted some guys that can run. Henry To'oTo'o can hit, but for the most part, his speed is his sideline speed. So they got some guys that can run.
Shair is a crash out, but he's a smart linebacker.
Shair, Al Shair. DeMeco Ryans, you know what I mean? Like it's that defense is molded to who he is as a coach.
All you talking about the Texans?
Yeah, the Texans.
Talking about Good morning, I'll say that. I mean, okay, so this is make or break it for my boy CJ Stroud, and he's high up on the agendas list. You know, of course, Joe Burrow is up there number 1, but CJ Stroud is like number 3 or 4 because I think he's getting too much of a bad rap, especially when you understand the context of the injury-riddled offense and then the offensive line. And even after the first year of Bobby Slovic, it just was like downhill in terms of offensive scheming. And the run game was confusing because Joe Mixon, they were hoping he was going to come back. He never came back, and they thought Nick Chubb was the answer. They were tripping. That was the wrong decision. So they got Montgomery now. Woody Marks has proven he can be a back that you can give some carries. They've invested in the offensive line. I have to look who the offensive coordinator is. I don't know off the top of my head. This could be the year that CJ finally bounced back, especially with another year of Nico, second year of Jaden Higgins and Noel, and then Tank Dell hopefully can come back. And Tank Dell was a beast in his rookie year. So everything is
the truth is though he hasn't been good since his rookie year, and I'll give y'all love the O-line shit, and I'll give you the O-line at times. But there were times last year where the O-line was blocking and he was just making the wrong reads. He couldn't make passes. How much film of him having O-line block for him? But it was so in his mental, he was making mistakes thinking that something was going to be there or just not making the throw. He was bad last year. Like
I understand.
Am I tripping?
I understand the playoffs.
I don't think so.
I understand the playoffs. I get it. It was awful.
Oh, it wasn't just the playoffs.
He was bad throughout the season.
But this is the thing. He was 10th in EPA per play. He was not bad throughout the season. But objectively, he just wasn't. That's not true. He just was not bad.
Don't give me a stat. I can show you game after game when he was bad.
I can show you on tape too where he was able to still make the throws that, rookie year, you're seeing the guy that over the middle of the field was able to make accurate throws on a consistent basis, even with a bad offensive line, being able to navigate the pocket and have that feel. Was it more up and down than his rookie year? 110%. I'm not even going to make it seem like it was as good as his rookie year. But I just, the idea that people have so memory pilled everything from the playoffs and then try to retroactively fit into the regular season just wasn't the case.
We were talking.
He wasn't a bad quarterback
about him regular season. Throughout the season.
Y'all might have been, but that's not what happened. Y'all might have been on here. I just got here. I'm just saying. But that's just not the reality. There
were so many games where he didn't perform, though. There were so many games where he didn't perform.
How many games was the offensive line being domestic terrorists? I think it was against the Colts. Like there was one drive they had like 3-4 penalties just offensive line by themselves. Like how are you supposed to get anything done?
It was a disaster, and the offensive line is young. They breaking in rookie left tackle Ariante Ursary, who I thought got better over the course of the season. There was so much influx on the offensive line. I think honestly, the biggest thing is that the run game just was non-existent. I know we talked about Woody Marks a little bit. He's not necessarily a starting NFL running back. You hope him and David Montgomery can prove to be a solid enough tandem to make it work. They need to upgrade their offensive line so that they can have a more consistent run game. But I'm looking at what
I can give you the run game one consistent, but him as a quarterback, he wasn't consistent as a quarterback neither. So
I think he was up and down. I'm just saying when you take the full scope of it, saying that he was a bad quarterback last year just isn't backed up. He
wasn't good, and
that's not true.
He wasn't good. He wasn't good last year. He wasn't good last year. You can't say he was talking about D-Mac. So we're saying he was good.
I think he was solid.
Was he good or not, D-Mac?
No, but I'm saying if you're going to say that he was a bad quarterback, that's wrong.
It's not a binary, though. It's not good or bad. There's an in-between good and bad.
Was he top 10 last year?
Was he top 5 how he said he was? He said
if you're not top 10, you're bad?
Was he top 10? I'm asking questions. Was he top 10 last year?
I said, was he top 5? Because CJ Stroud, it's ironic, bro. And this is why I say a lot of these guys need to learn how to shut their mouth. especially when you have early success, bro. Because I gotta say what my OG always said: I need an encore. Can you do it again? How many times can you do this in a row? After his rookie year, he used to sit over there and go on Jay-Z white parties and be on I Am Athlete, and he used to tell people I'm a top 5 quarterback. He said Mahomes, he put himself in the same category with Mahomes, Burrow, Lamar, Allen. He said him. He didn't say nobody else. He said him. He's up there with those, the 4 Hokage. And he said him. He said him. So based off of his standards, this is what I said. You know what I'm saying? This is where running your mouth, because again, all of these quarterbacks are gonna have early success. If you're good, they're gonna have early success because we don't have film on you. We haven't seen you play an NFL down yet. We don't know what you like to throw. We don't know what you like to take up on pressure situations. But boy, after that first year, what that defense do, all them defensive coordinators, they watch film. They leave their families. Leave their families. They wife want more family time. No. That's when they circling all of these plays. Third down, CJ Stroud likes these routes. Second down, he likes these routes. When we give him 3 high, when we give him 1 high look, these are all the routes he like. 2 high look. When we give him cover 4, when we give him a cloud, this is what he likes. And then lo and behold, it's like you facing a brand new NFL defense the next year. And what's so crazy, all them defensive coordinators be on the phone once they find it out. They go over there to Alabama with Nick Saban. They make up some new defenses over there in that new office. Then they come up out of there and they come here to give you headaches, what we just saw. So now we're going to have to fight for, is he trash? Is he good? No, he's mid. So, but based off of his big mouth, after the 4,200 yards he threw for his rookie year, congratulations, I couldn't do it. You started to play bad. You got hurt the following year. This year, you had a generational defense, and it was just like, I get it. We don't want to down them, but like what Ricky Bobby said, you're only as good as your last race. And our last race, we saw you, bro. You was throwing super chats. You was out there twerking, running backwards. You didn't even look like an NFL quarterback. You know,
you played better in some of the games.
Again, I want to break this down.
What else was happening during that time? Like,
no. Wait, because I want to get back to D-Mac. Was he top 10?
Yeah, no, he wouldn't have been in my top 10.
Was he top 15?
Yeah, he would have been top 15 for me.
You think he was top 15?
Yeah, absolutely.
So if we're saying he's top 15, let's say he's 15, right? Judging by what he had offensively, what he had defensively,
what did he have?
No run game.
Please tell me what he had offensively.
Yeah, Nico
Collins in and out of the lineup. No Tank Dell. So those are
first of all, you don't even know
no difference making. No difference making.
First of all, a hit dog holler. You don't even no. I didn't finish.
Early,
you don't even know if I was going to say what he had, good or bad. All I said was judging by what he had.
That was just a situation. I wasn't saying like it's good or bad. It was Nico Collins, who's his difference making weapon, was in that lineup. He had a bad offensive line. He didn't have a run game. He had no difference making tight end. That's the situation he was in. No Tank Dell, so the secondary weapons were 2 rookies. No matter what, and I'm not trying to present just a bad case. That's just the reality of the situation. And don't get me wrong, like Nick Caley was a first-time offensive coordinator. Hopefully he can be better too. So I'm not trying to make it. Obviously, I'm making the case for CJ Stroud, defending him in this case. But that's also kind of the reality of the situation. There's nothing I said there that I think would be disputed because that's kind of what happened.
Doesn't sound
what other context are going to bring up?
So
I mean, you could keep going though. Really, I know I cut you off. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I do that a lot. So,
all right.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, played 14 games last year. I'm looking at certain games where, because even they started 0-3, if I'm not mistaken, to start the season off, right?
Yeah.
Started off 0-3 to start the season.
And he was legitimately bad in the Rams and the Jacksonville game.
Yeah. Couple games, like, was it the Bills game? Even I think they won that Bills game, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because I mean they destroyed.
Even with that, I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna give you that game, right? Even with that,
2 games later, by the way,
they could have put him away so many times, Kenya. and literally.
But he didn't play. He didn't play in the Bills game early. I don't want you to be misconstrued. He didn't play in the Bills.
I'm already here. I'm just saying they could have put them away, right? That the defense did what they were supposed to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you look at the play of what the weapons was at the time. Now, the point I was making was the same weapons you saying he didn't have. We saw their backup. What's the old boy name?
Davis Mills.
We saw David Mills, right? And there were certain plays that he made with that same players, right? Then you go to the following week where he went against the Colts game.
Yeah, the Colts.
Yeah, that's the Colts game. Same weapons. You go against the Colts the very next week. You beat the Colts, right? Cool.
Barely.
Cool, right? Then
it's a division win.
What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do?
It's a division win.
I'm going his last games. Mm-hmm. You go against Kansas City. You beat Kansas City. You not take Patrick Mahomes out by that time. You go against.
Pat did play, but he was still okay in that game.
You go against Arizona. You ball out versus Arizona. Mm-hmm. You go against Las Vegas. You barely beat Las Vegas. You go against the Chargers. You not a great game, but you beat the Chargers. Then you finish the season going against Indy, going into the playoffs. Now again,
we barely beat these teams. That's the problem.
No, I don't think that's a bad thing.
He's played good teams too, though. Like you just
if you were naming a bunch of bad teams, I guess the Cardinals were the only bad team he named in that stretch there. But if it was bad teams, then I agree it would be.
Realistically, how much points do you want him to average against these bad teams with the weapons that he had with the offensive line? Like how much? Like is he supposed to be dropping like 25, 30 a game?
I just know that we gave well, me and Bam, the rest of y'all didn't, and y'all try to act like y'all did afterwards. We gave Drake May penalties for playing against bad talent and looking good versus bad talent. We did. D-Mac, you wasn't around, so I don't know what you're talking.
I wasn't here. So
I know. Me and Bama was the only ones when y'all was hip around for this nigga MVP. We were saying we don't like it.
Well, I think it's worth mentioning in an MVP conversation. This is more about, hey, where are we talking about CJ Stroud more so? Are we taking him towards the upper end of the middle of the pack of the NFL compared to that as far as that's concerned?
Well, CJ Stroud said he top 5. This was CJ Stroud.
I don't care what CJ Stroud said. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. We're talking about football. I couldn't care less what these guys say.
You have to care what he said.
But even the point I wanted to make was he went on like a 5-0. He went on like a 5-0 winning streak. Hold up. He went like a 5-0 winning streak that once he gets into the playoffs versus better competition, he plays poorly. My problem is you saying that he was pretty decent last year and you bringing up certain stats. I can fight with the fact that these were versus poor fucking teams. But when I give you the good teams he played against, he was piss fucking poor. So I don't give a fuck if a quarterback look good versus bad teams. Who cares? Who cares?
He played
but
well
you get what D-Mac gets to do is he gets to do an overall stat. He gets to do an overall stat that make it seem like a nigga was good when he went against bad competition.
At the same time, you're doing the opposite because when he does win the game, you're like, oh, but he barely won. Like it's the same shit.
He had a first ball. I can hear you because
one of his best games last year was a double-digit win versus the 49ers.
Yeah, a good team.
I don't know. I'm gonna tell you why I don't know.
No, that was a double-digit win. The Baltimore one was double-digit.
I said 49ers.
No,
49ers, 26-15. I know what double digits is. 26 to 15.
And I will say no. And I will say no. Because I will say no. Because because we forget how great that Shanahan was as a coach. We almost forget that team was fucking destroyed by that time. Destroyed. No Nick, no Fred. Wait. No Nick, no Fred. Bama, what was their DB play for the 49ers? Were they not getting cooked by everybody?
They have a solid
DB. Their game
Upton Stout played pretty well for them last year.
Their game was literally Christian McCaffrey, keep the ball out of the offense's hands. We slow the clock down, try to get some stops. That was a bad team. That was a bad team.
Yeah,
it was. Don't let the record fool you. That was a bad team.
I think you misunderstand a little bit about what that
49ers are a bad team, what is a good team?
What's a good team? I don't know. What's a good team then? Is it the good team that only we count? Like I don't know what's a good team.
Barely wins.
I'm gonna tell you what a good team was.
And
I'm gonna tell you what a good team was.
I want to be clear about
Seattle, when you went 23 for 49, one TD, 2 picks. That's a good team. Denver.
But hold on, early. We can go through this because you're right. There were some bad games versus good opponents. I'm not taking that away from you. My thing about it is, I think you're misrepresenting the 49ers secondary. Lenore and Upton Stout actually played well for them last year. But B, and more importantly, is we can harp on the bad performance versus good teams point. I think that's fair to be able to be harp on, especially when you're talking about a full season, full sample size of when I say that a guy is top 10 in EPA per play. However, the point is you're supposed to still give credit for those good performances versus good teams. So you can't just throw the 49ers out there when you want to. You could say more often than not versus good teams, he was not up to standard. And I think that's perfectly fair to say. But to just throw that 49ers game out the window, I think that's wrong on your part.
So, Bama, fun stat. The 49ers were 27th in passing yards allowed against in the NFL last year. But that was a good – you right, niggas played well.
That's still a good
niggas
team.
played well, I guess, man. You try to name two niggas. I'm telling you what they were as a defense. They were 27th in the NFL. There's only 32 teams in the NFL. They were 27th, D-Mac.
They were 13th in scoring defense last year.
But ever since
they allowed – oh my God! You keep trying to
lost Hufanga and
they allowed points.
You keep trying to be you keep trying to be smart. I don't care about what that defensive score.
You don't care what the score.
You can pass on them.
What are we judging a defense off of? You
can still pass on them. They were 27
points, or do you want an advanced?
Y'all not listen. It's a if y'all want to. And mind you, Bama started off, he was Bryce, so I know he got a little vitriol for Bryce. Not Bryce, but CJ. I rooted for CJ. I know what I've seen for the last 2 years. He was piss poor last year. He was piss poor. So much so that if you watch the game this season, the fucking playoffs didn't surprise you at all. That's exactly what shit been all season to me. Of course you weren't gonna be good.
The Steelers game surprised me.
Playoff still surprised because I ain't think
the Steelers game surprised me, but I'll tell you what, the Patriots game didn't surprise me at all. Like that, I can see that
surprise you versus
the way that their defensive line was playing for the Patriots the entirety of the year, the physicality that doing that they were going to overwhelm the Texans offensive line with, like that didn't surprise me at all. Nobody should have been surprised by that outcome.
No, I'm gonna be honest, D-Mac. When he did that bullshit ass, getting ran by the defensive line, just threw that shit up, and the Patriots intercept. I was like, bro, what are you, Will Levis? Like, what are we doing right now? That was ugly. That was ugly.
He was proud of the field last year, man. He was cooked.
But the annoying part about this conversation is you're isolating, honestly, just the playoffs and then certain games last season. But if you take the totality of his career, if we're doing this, he's played very well the majority of the times he's in the playoffs. His rookie year and his second year, he was playing well in the playoffs.
The second year.
This is the anomaly. This bad playoff run is an anomaly considering how he performs in the playoffs.
That I agree with.
I am expecting him, because this team is good. This team has revamped their offense. I'm expecting him to go back and then this time do well. Meet me in the middle.
So if he's not good, then what?
Then I'm off.
Then it's a different conversation.
But are you back on him at any point in time?
Are you back? What? I didn't hear what you said.
Are you? You're off him for sure.
Who are you asking me?
Yeah,
you asking. Yeah, I mean, if you're because I think personally for me, his rookie year I thought was really good. I thought his second year was legitimately.
Wasn't Jane Dale's good, but it was good.
It's fine. I that's a whole different conversation. His third year, I thought his third year was above average to solid as far as that's concerned. So now we're talking about, hey, this is a guy. Young's been up and down. Hopefully we get a full year of Nico Collins, who didn't play in that last playoff game, by the way. Hopefully we get some improved offensive line play. Hopefully you can find some consistency as far as the run game. Let's see how this works after you've had a wealth of time. And CJ Stroud is the type of quarterback where he is not exceptionally gifted. I think he has a good arm. I think that he has good mobility, but there's no outstanding physical trait. However, I've always really admired, all the way going back to his Ohio State days, the accuracy and anticipation that he does play with. And I think that part of when you're talking about these types of quarterbacks, there is a real maturity that happens where their brain has to be able to continue to see as much football as possible to continue to get better. And I know, obviously it's been up and down, but progression's not always linear. So for CJ Stroud coming into this year, I think that this is a year in which he can really prove, hey, he established himself as a solid quarterback in the National Football League. He continues to play well as far as the regular season, and he gets back to what we looked at in the playoffs was, hey, more often than not, this guy is showing up and playing. The lights don't seem too bright. Truthfully, I do really feel like that last playoff game specifically was just some bad circumstances between Nico, between the mismatch on the offensive line, and he absolutely panicked in some of those moments too.
Does he get another contract?
The Texans should pay him.
No, based off of what we've seen the last 2 years, no.
The Texans should pay him because good luck replacing him.
Let's go.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna lie, Hope. I ain't gonna lie. That we've been here before with that good luck replacing them shit. No, Texas, don't do the Tua shit. Don't do the Kyler Murray shit. We've seen niggas pay niggas 2 years later. They have to get off that big money. You don't have to pay him.
He's serious.
You don't have to pay him.
You don't. I don't.
You don't have to pay him.
He's significantly better than Tua.
And Kyler.
But the year Tua got paid, Kyler was MVP at one point in time.
We can argue about the Kyler thing. I don't know if the Cardinals are going to be able to replace
my problem is, but this is what y'all do though, and we can go to the next subject. This is what y'all do. You'll shit on Tua, you'll shit on Kyler, right? There was a time where when it was time to pay them, you niggas said the same thing. Nope, Russ going to pay. Stop it.
I was adamant that you could not.
Who else you going to pay?
I have to pay him. Adamant. I said that they should have replaced him from day one because he hasn't been the same since that hip injury. That's just the reality. He has not been able to.
You said that after 30 plus touchdowns.
Absolutely, because we saw what the shit that Mike was setting up for him with those speedy wide receivers, and that was the basis of the offense. You could see whenever you were able to get him in an adverse situation, he had no fucking clue what to do. So no, I had no bones. You should never have paid to it. That was a terrible decision. We're gonna argue about the Kyler thing. That's fine as far as that's concerned. Kyler's up and down.
Brock Purdy deserves his money.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy has shown that he can handle adverse situations that Tua could not. So I never have said to pay Tua. That doesn't make any sense. I see CJ Stroud.
A better argument would be like how much you pay CJ. Now that one is a little bit more questionable. You don't
time will tell. Because if he's bad, you guys. If they pay him and he's bad, you guys will say.
I think they
need that money.
I think they need
every single year. He made the playoffs.
If they want to give him a Baker Mayfield type of contract, 110%, give it to him.
He hasn't put up Baker numbers though, so I don't know what that means.
He also didn't have Chris Godwin, Mike Evans on his fucking team, and that stout offensive line, or Liam Cohen as the.
Chris has been hurt. Chris has been hurt for about 3 years now, but I hear you.
I'll say this though.
When Baker put up those numbers, he was healthy.
Realistically though, he needs another offensive coordinator. I don't think Casey's the answer. I like CJ Stroud a lot better when they had Bobby Slowick. Casey's more that and this is what I hate about the NFL. They think that the Patriot system works for quarterbacks that aren't as athletic. So they go and get these guys that have this Patriot background and we run these Patriot offensive schemes. But CJ Stroud looked a lot better when they had a guy that ran more of a San Fran offensive scheme, the West Coast. Got him moving a little bit, extending that pocket. Again, because like I said, that O-line isn't that good. All right, cool, I'll give you that. But when he did have Slowick had him running bootlegs, getting him out, moving, using more of his athleticism, and he looked a lot better. This Patriot system, what they got right now, it's not really moving me right now. It's really looking bad. So I'll probably say in CJ's defense, before we just fully grill him, I'll probably say, I know you just can't go get somebody you got rid of, but they need another offensive coordinator because I just think this Patriot system not really fitting him. How, the NFL swears it fits, non-mobile quarterbacks.
But at the same time, in his first year, they had Tunsil, which could save a lot of the Texans and their timing and being able to extend plays. Once he was gone, they could not do that. Those big plays were completely shot and gone. In addition to the injuries, they're hoping now with Montgomery to help with the run game, as well as hopefully Tank Dell coming back, they can start utilizing more short and intermediate play in their game. Because Nico Collins,
you're banking on Tank Dell, and he's been hurt the last couple of seasons. When you want to get just a safety net and get somebody else, who they have on offense this year?
Well, I mean,
Well,
you hope that Higgins and
rookies
Noel are
last
going to be
year.
able to take another step after their rookie years.
True,
That's
yeah.
really the big thing about it. And the other thing you mentioned, obviously, what's it called, Larry Tunsil. I think it's a big thing. They've improved the interior offensive line, which I think hopefully should help, especially with the run game. But you talk about Bobby Slowik. The big thing for me was they had Joe Mixon, and he had damn near a career year there. And just being able to have that as a running game and also a pass catcher at the backfield to be able to rely upon, I think is something that is big for a quarterback like CJ Stroud that is more of a field general type than necessarily.
I'm about to say, I think Joe Mixon is more skilled than Montgomery.
No, he is. Are you saying he?
I mean, he's a better receiving back. That's for sure.
Yeah,
he's a better overall back in general.
No, I think he is too, and I think that aspect of it, and David Montgomery is going to be able to bring a veteran presence, which is nice, especially if we talk about blitz pickups, things of that nature too. As far as pass protection is concerned, so I think a little.
J-Rob should have a good season. J-Rob gonna have a good season.
I think interior offensive line, hopefully a little bit better. Noel and Higgins as well. Nico Collins being healthy. You hope that's going to be the things that can make the
another thing you never know with same guy. I got top 7. But Nico been banged up too to be his number one.
Jaden Higgins not bad. Jalen Noel not bad either. I see people in the
Jay Higgins went bad last year, but
well, they were just young. They're
all right.
That comes with a maturity that has to happen over time too. So
yeah, you throw that ball anywhere near Saturn, bro. That boy Higgins gonna come up with it, boy. I'm talking about. He get real disrespectful with them balls, bro. I'm not.
Which is something that I do appreciate about the Texans. It's Nico, I think, and also Higgins for that matter, do complement what CJ Stroud is as a passer, which is he is very comfortable throwing into tight windows, and he trusts his guys to go and get the ball when he does so. So
yeah, he just needs the time to launch it.
But hey, Bam,
let's look at the schedule. What y'all think about this year? I know we talked about last year, but this year. Where do we see them? I know y'all see the title. I think they can make a Super Bowl run because one thing that travels well is a great defense and a good running game. They added David Montgomery. I don't know how much, I think he's gonna make a real big difference. They was kind of losing me with Chubb. Shouts out to Chubb. Chubb, my dog. One of the greatest running backs to come through this league. I just think that injury he sustained. You can't sustain too many of them knee injuries and expect to be the same person. So he's just a product of that. But looking at this schedule,
Mika Fitzpatrick, till the day I die. Fuck that nigga, man. The play was over with.
Yeah, looking at this schedule, man. I mean, Nick Chubb was scary boy though. You could kind of see like Mika like.
Nah, that play was over with.
One thing I know about the NFL DBs, bro, them boys scary, bro. Like they like.
He tried to get him one when the play was over with, man. It was corny.
They could easily win 11 to 12 games this season.
So we start off with Buffalo. We start off with Buffalo at home. So Buffalo going to the Texans. What do you think about the game? Win-loss?
I think they win.
Then they play the Bengals at home.
They win.
No.
Then they go to
right now having his narratives run up against each other.
It's tough. It's a tough one. Wait, is Houston out?
Buffalo's like, okay, yeah, they could win.
So they got Buffalo and Cincy at the crib. NRG.
I think
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Josh Allen do not like to see this defense no matter what.
That's why I have
he hate this defense with a passion. So I'm gonna have him go 2-0 this first week.
Yeah, so am I. Sorry.
Yeah, I do think the defense is gonna be on timing immediately. The Bills are gonna have to figure out how they want to run. I'll go Houston 2-0. I'll go Houston 2-0.
Yeah. It's just the Bengals in the beginning of the season. They either start off really, really bad or they barely get to 2-0. So I don't trust them.
So the return of Danny Dimes at Indianapolis.
Yeah, this is when Will Anderson.
That game could go either way, though.
I am really low on the Colts this year, so I think that they end up sweeping them.
I mean, I was never high on him. I was like that dude off of TikTok. Every time I saw Daniel Jones do something, I was like, Danny Dimes threw 3 touchdowns. I could not believe that, bro. Like, I was just like, dog, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I gotta see it to believe it. All right, Dallas. This is where it get real murky. So Dallas at NRG, they got Dallas at home. I don't know.
I have loss.
I'm also high on the Cowboys, so I do have this as a loss here.
So what? They 4-1 right now.
I think Dallas can fight
3-1.
their
3-1. Yeah, that's why I said
Dallas can fight their way. I mean, how much faith do we have in the Dallas run game for next year?
That's
they got an excellent offensive line. I mean, as long as Devontae Williams is healthy, we're only 4 weeks in, so hopefully he should be fine. But yeah, I think the Cowboys are going to have an awesome offense that can actually go toe to toe with the Texans defense.
Oof. I'll be curious to see.
People sleeping on the Cowboys, bro. Cowboys want to go toe to toe with the Rams in that playoff, bro. Watch what
I'll sleep on the Cowboys every single year.
I'm just
and it works out every time.
I feel you.
We have not failed every single time.
I feel you, bro. They've been bullshitting, but this is the first time I see. I don't know if Jerry Jones about to die or what, but he ain't been playing around, bro. I think me myself personally, bro. I think really.
Yeah, but the thing is, the Texans team, what makes this Texans team going to be dangerous is something we already know. The pass rush needs to only send 4, and they got elite cornerbacks and a secondary that can start obviously hold the receiver talent on the other side. So we're going to have Stingley on CD unless he's moved around, especially in the slot. I don't know if they're going to have him follow him all in game, but then you got Kamari. They brought in Reed. This secondary is filthy. So can Dak Prescott get off what he wants to get off, or will they have to play a more methodical game with the run game?
I think they have to play a more methodical game with the run game.
I don't think that they're going to be able to put up, like 40 or nothing crazy. Like I think it's going to be very much hey, Texans going to get them on one drive, Cowboys going to get them on another drive. I think it's going to be like, hey, they're able to put up, 28 points, and then the Texans end up putting up like 24 or 21 or something like that, and they end up winning this game.
If the Texans offense
over there, I don't know. So Tennessee,
I said if the Texans offense is like above average, they should probably win that game. Probably.
Play methodical.
That's what I'm saying. With that O-line and Dallas front 4, shit.
Dallas front 4. Who are we talking about?
Quentin
Williams, Gary.
Ezra had a good year last year.
There's some.
Is Clark still there?
Who?
Clark still there?
Yeah, Clark too.
Clark's still there too.
How was their run defense last year? Because I think that's what the Texans.
I think their run defense with Gary, Quentin, Clark, I think their run defense is going to be a lot better this year compared to last.
Once they got Quentin last year, their run defense actually got better. So.
And I like Lawrence and Azaraku coming up there. So I think that the Cowboys should have enough horses to give them a little bit of problems up front.
Apparently, the defensive coordinator has been cooking during
Tennessee
stuff like that. So
they go to Tennessee.
I'm generally just looking at some of these later games, and teams are still able to
Ward's
run on
above.
them. Now they did bring they down.
So right now,
I think they invested in linebackers.
So we could go ahead and say that's 4-1.
Yeah,
4 for 4, like Wendy's, nigga. 4 for 4.
Jackson, they played.
I think 4-1
at the crib. I think.
Who they lose against? Who they got them lose against? I wasn't here. Who they got them lose against?
Dallas.
Dallas.
The only team they lose against so far.
Yeah, they could. George Pickens can have a day.
That Jacksonville game is international, for the record. I don't know if it's the first or second of the Jacksonville back-to-back games. I cannot remember.
Do we believe in Trevor Lawrence because of last year?
I mean, it's a split. Jacksonville.
I think the Jacksonville
VPN.
They'll probably lose. They'll lose to the Jaguars.
Nah, they'll beat the Jaguars.
I don't think they're losing to the Jaguars.
Okay, so this is the second of the Jags international games. And for that reason, I'm actually going to take the Jaguars to win.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm taking the Texans. I think they lose the next game versus the Giants. I think that's a surprise loss.
Yeah, I'm not higher than the Giants. I think they're going to kick the Giants' ass. Texas defense is going to have a good time with Jackson Dart. Not going to lie to you.
Yeah, Jackson Dart's going to have
I think y'all tripping. I think they lose to Jacksonville internationally, and then they beat the Giants.
Yeah, that's right.
Jacksonville a Super Bowl contending team if they can play every game internationally. Like Jacksonville's pretty good when they go across the waters.
I got them beating Jacksonville, losing the Giants.
I just trust him internationally. I don't know what it is about the Jaguars when they play internationally.
Well, their first game internationally is pretty good. The last time when they stayed over internationally, they lost the second game.
That is true. Early, why do you have them beating Jacksonville but losing to the Giants?
I think Jacksonville will be a game that they get up for. They're traveling overseas. I think they get back to the States. They go to New York with that New York energy, and they probably I think they kind of sleep on the Giants.
It's in Houston for the record. Sorry.
No, it's versus. It's versus Houston. Okay, cool. Well, still the Giants win, but
I don't know how the Giants.
I just think they sleepwalk going versus Giants. I think the Giants are going to be a surprise team. That goes to we win a lot of games, but they could be one of them teams that might not win a lot, but just every game is close. I think the Giants can beat them.
So they lose off of vibes.
No. It ain't.
I want to have faith.
It ain't vibes. Giants. I think they go into this game the way y'all talking. Like it's just an easy beat. And I think the Giants are better than you think they are. They were better than they were last year. I expect them to do what they did versus Broncos, even though they lost. I expect them to do what they did versus Broncos, but they lost. But it's not a bad team over there.
I like my Giants energy. Like New York is feeling very good ever since the New York Knicks won the championship. Despite my quarterback also having the wrong energy. With that said, the Giants in this situation will be struggling against this defensive line. All things considered, even though they
I think the Texans will be struggling versus the Giants. So I think we plan with the Giants defense like they didn't pick up Sonny.
But their best players now are Cincinnati Bengals.
I'm gonna be real with you. As good as Dexter Lawrence said, it's still plenty of dogs over there. It's plenty of dogs over there.
Who's on the interior?
Plenty of dogs over
there. Burns and Abdul Carter, but we're still thinking of like Jackson Dart. He still needs to develop the ability to read defenses. He's still kind of a one-read guy.
I think
and Neighbors might not be back. Wait, what's this week? 7?
Yeah, I mean it's week 7. He may not even be 100% by this point.
Yeah,
you want to say that
he may not come back at all.
When you talk about the Giants defense, they've got the edge rushers that they do. I like the pickup as far as that's concerned, but like the interior defensive line still is a major question mark for me. Their secondary at the cornerback position is a major question mark for me. I don't see that. I think that the Texans defense is going to give Jackson Dart hell, and the other side is not, equipped enough to really shut down the Texans.
We'll clip it up. They lose, man. Come ahead, be Nicodamus.
All right,
honest.
What'd you say, Lonnie?
Either way, we got 2 losses for him through 7 weeks. Either way,
Lonnie, do you have the right mic in?
Do I have the right mic? Let me check.
I say the Giants beat them. I'm Nicodamus.
I don't see how they beat them at all. But okay.
This is the best.
You can have a
shut up, Kay. You don't even believe in your Bengals to beat them. Shut up,
I'm gonna keep it real early with that.
Well, I have a good reason as to why I don't believe that they'll beat them. I have a good reason.
If you're not like a top 12, top 13 quarterback, bro, I don't really see how.
He can give up a game or two, but we'll see.
You're overrating the Giants.
I think y'all overrating the Jacksonville Jaguars, but I hear you.
I'm not.
The Texans, TJ was not giving up games like that last year.
You're asking.
The Jaguars play a real.
We can move on. Let's move on. We both got them 2 losses. It don't matter.
Yeah, we got 2 losses through 7.
Let's go to
Los Angeles. Los Angeles. They at Los Angeles.
I think LA is going to be a really good team. I like what Mike could do for their offensive coordinator. It's on the road, so I'd probably give them a loss here.
After our bye.
It's a fair question.
I have a win.
I think it's a coin flip either way. So
I think they beat Cleveland though.
Yeah, I think
they beat all 3 of those teams. The
early game. Why was it 3?
LA, Cleveland, and Indy. They beat all 3 of them.
I'll give a Chargers loss too because I do think the Chargers could be surprisingly very good next year.
Yeah, same here. Especially with that running game and my man having a second season. You saw spurts last year, him being the best rookie running back. I think you'll see it this year for sure.
It's really going to come down to Mike's run game design, trying to take advantage of the Texans to keep them on schedule and then allow Herbert to generate some explosives off of that. That's really what it's going to come down to. Because if they try and drop back and pass against the defense, then yeah, that's just not going to work. But
Yeah,
that's the thing that I think will make them.
And I think that Mike McDaniel led offense will have a little tricks for the Texas defense too. But I'll take Chargers over them. I think y'all overrating the fuck out of these second of the defense. I'll take Chargers over them. So 4-3 me.
the defense deserves to be overrated, by the way.
Yeah, that.
No, I said I think y'all overrate the entire team because of how good the defense is.
I have a question as far as that pertains afterwards. But so but I think I have them beating Cleveland and Indy, regardless to be.
Yeah, same.
Sleep in Indy. Cleveland's cooked.
Baltimore is an interesting one.
Baltimore. So
what? We're looking at
what is it,
7 and 3.
6-3?
6-3. Yeah, 6-3.
It's Baltimore at
All right,
home.
where's Baltimore?
Baltimore at home. They belted Baltimore last year. Let's not forget that.
They did. I got them 7-3 right now. But yeah, Baltimore is. I mean, I'm concerned about the
It can't be 7-3, my man. It got to be 6-3. You must have them 7-2.
No, it's 10 games.
Because I said that they beat both Cleveland and Indianapolis.
Yeah, but that's 9 games, right? Where we at?
No, it's 10. It's week 11, but they got the bye, so 10 games.
No, that's 9 games.
No, it's 10.
Early. It's 10 games.
We had Baltimore, so it's 3 right here.
Are we counting the Baltimore game? Because Baltimore is the 10th game.
No, I'm not.
No, it's not.
We own Baltimore. So look, Cleveland, Indianapolis, Cleveland, Los Angeles.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about the interior, man, the right tackle position just scares me so much. And it's not to say that Rosengarten is like bad or anything, but it just feels like it's going to be such a mismatch for whoever gets to line up opposite, whether it's Hunter or Will Anderson Jr. If they plaster as far as the rest of the offensive line to contain Lamar with their secondary play, I just don't think that the Ravens have the wide receivers to significantly stop them. That's going to be a game where it's like Derrick Henry has to have himself a fucking hell of a day on the ground, I feel like.
But that'd be hard to do too.
Not necessarily though, because
the passing game, Lamar get busy.
Lamar bails them out.
But who is he getting busy to with these secondary? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, Zay Flowers had a really good year last year. I'm not crying down on him. Like,
shout out Mark Andrews.
How great do we think Stingley, Petrie, and Lassiter are?
The best secondary.
And Reed Blankenship.
They're top 3.
I seen TJ Ward having conversations. Are they better than that no fly zone over there? Was it fly zone? That the Broncos team? And that won the championship.
Yeah,
I think it's not like
we're talking about DB for DB.
Yeah, the Broncos still have like an awesome secondary, but no, and they have the best player out of this entire conversation. But no, it's the Texans secondary is just better.
Now, if Jahdae Barron becomes a guy, then I could see it.
Moss is the reason why.
Like they have like PS2 is the lead of the league. There's no doubt about it. But Stingley is still an elite cornerback. And then you talk about
I'm talking about 2015.
Oh,
I think TJ Ward had a discussion where they were arguing who had the better team between them two.
Well, you're talking about you got to talk about Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware, right? Or was that?
Well, I think it was more so the DBs.
We just talking about
just the DBs.
It was Chris Harris Jr. It was Aqib Talib, TJ Ward, and who
that was the? Did they have Darby? Was it like
that was a good secondary? But what led it? Just like the Texans is the pass rush, so you would have to really.
Nah, they secondary.
No, they were elite. I would say.
What toe for toe? Who's the better defense? Because I ain't gonna lie. Other than Von Miller, I might take that pass rush over them. Because Will Anderson, so apparently to D-Mac, Will Anderson is Von Miller good. Ain't that what you said, D-Mac?
I did not say he was
Von Miller.
Well, D-Mac said, well, I'll be real. D-Mac said if Myles Garrett wasn't in the NFL, Will Anderson would be the best defensive player of the NFL.
I said that he would have been.
He'll be the best defensive player in the NFL. If Myles Garrett was never born
last year, that was two different statements. But
so would you say Will Anderson?
But the thing about it is that prime Von Miller is Myles Garrett as far as elite Hall of Fame talent.
Myles Garrett is better than prime Von Miller. I hate to be that.
I agree with that. I agree with that early. I'm just saying those are the tiers we're talking about. Will Anderson Jr. is like a half tier below that right now. So
I think Will's closer to Von Miller than we think, right?
Also, Von Miller was at the tail end of his prime when he was on the Broncos. So it's like
no.
He was
No.
2015, he was in the spot.
Yeah, what are you talking about? That's the year he destroyed Cam.
No, I think he still was amazing for sure. But would you say that was like the peak of his powers? Because
even when Von Miller was drafted in 2010,
I would say
that was only 5 years later.
That was like his year.
I would say
You think about the Bills, I think. You think about the Rams.
You
think about the Rams.
I know that.
No, Broncos Von Miller was like Lawrence Taylor.
early
no. I'm thinking of.
You think about the Rams?
No, the other edge on the Broncos.
Marcus Ware.
Marcus Ware.
That's what I said.
thinking
If you
of.
go toe for toe,
Marcus Ware.
if you go toe for toe, even if you say Von Miller's a 10, Will Anderson's a 9. But
I agree with that.
Hunter and Marcus Ware is not even close. Hunter clears the Marcus.
Yeah, Hunter was better than that version.
And now when we go linebackers to secondary, shit, it's an argument. Texas can be better than that defense.
No, I think it is. And to answer your question specifically about the secondary, because I didn't know exactly what comparison you're making. I think that the safety play for the Texans is a difference maker there because I really do like what Bullock brings to the table. Petrie is just a rover. Like he's insane as far as I'm concerned. The way that he hits people. Even though TJ Ward and Darian Stewart were still solid, I think that's just a different level for the safety play. And honestly, like Aqib and Chris were awesome. I'm taking Stingley and Lassiter
over
Aqib and Chris. I'm sorry, I those guys were just insane. I was sitting there watching the tape back because I was watching for some comparisons. Oh my goodness, it was.
So you think this defense is better than 2015 Broncos?
I think there's a real argument for it.
Could be.
There's definitely a real argument for it.
Also, I don't know about y'all.
And then if you go back to 2015, where Jalen Petrie really gonna be able to send it to the shadow realm, like he be having to play like, because now you really can't hit how you want to. But if we go back to 2015, he'll be a real menace in 2015.
One thing about it,
I don't know Drake Water. I can't say the DBs are better than Texas. Like I said, Lassiter and Petrie could probably be starters on other teams, man. They're that good. They're that good.
Yeah.
They're that good.
The thing about it is, I'll also say is it's also different comparing these two defenses because the Broncos were running a little bit more of a true odd front edge, 3-4. Hey, we're going to run, 4 theoretical linebackers out there, 2 edges and 2 inside linebackers. And then the Texans are so perfectly built because of Petrie's versatility to play in the nickel world. It's just a different type of thing. We're talking about what they're getting asked from 2015 to 2026. That's 2025. As far as what those defenses are built out of, too. So that's also where it makes the comparison a little bit wonky because, they were able to play with guys like Darrell Wolf on the field in an odd front that really helped out for them in 2015, too. So I don't know. It's tough to compare only for that specific reason, but, man, that Texas defense is insane, dog.
I think
and they added Reed Blankenship, too.
Yeah, and Logan Hall to that defensive line.
Well, I think the X factor for them this year is going to be their rookie, Caden McDonald, because that's a big dude, 330 from Ohio State.
Early down run stuffer. I mean, it really was the one place where you could have pointed and be like, yeah.
Chat. So do we agree, D-Mac? Do we agree that the Texas defense is probably better than the Broncos?
That Broncos one. I'm trying to think. Because if you're talking about today versus these offenses, I'd say 100% because I think they're way more comfortable in the nickel. I'm trying to compare, do I think that 2015 offense is compared to what the Houston Texans bring to the table and they're playing a little bit more 3 linebacker sets? Like, is that still great? But honestly, I'd live with it. So I'd honestly say, yeah, probably for me.
Well, let the record show that if that's the case, D-Mac got to think Brock Osweiler is better than C.J. Stroud, which shows how bad C.J. Stroud was because they got Brock Osweiler to the Super Bowl. They got Brock Osweiler to the Super Bowl. Hey, man.
I knew that's what he was doing.
Walked you into it.
This is the thing. Early's comedic timing is not going to change my football.
Come this way. Your seats are this way, D-Mac. Your seats are this way. Walked you into it.
I knew what it was.
If that defense so good, the high C.J. Stroud couldn't get a defense better than the Broncos in the Super Bowl. Walked them into it.
That doesn't change anything because
walked them into right this way, sir. Right this way, sir.
Early. Who was the wide receivers for that Broncos team?
I can't remember how that offense. Oh, so bad that year. I can't remember.
Of course you can't.
I can't remember.
Of course you can't remember.
Who was the receivers that year?
Of course you can't remember.
That offense was horrible.
Get back to the schedule.
All right,
walked them into it.
They beat the Ravens.
Top 15. He ain't better than Brock Osweiler.
I'll give it to the Ravens.
I don't think they beat the Ravens.
We've been focusing mostly.
I think they get blew out by the Ravens. I'm gonna keep it real.
Well, not blown out.
What did you say?
I think they get blown out by the Ravens.
Blown out is crazy. The
Texans
haven't been blown out a single time.
I'm saying though, when they played
the Ravens blow out the Texans.
When they played them in the playoffs, they did. When they just recently played them, they did. They be cooking them. They don't.
This Texans defense is way better than that Texans that they played 2 years ago.
Yeah, I'm about to say they ain't the same team.
And Lamar Jackson is way better than that defense. Like we could go down and talk about that defense, talk about Petrie and all that. Lamar Jackson is a better player than all of them put together. Like so,
Lamar Jackson's better than this entire.
Yeah, I don't get what we're doing right now.
A better player. Lamar Jackson himself is a better player than that whole.
Lamar do own the Texans though. What is his record?
He's not a better player than anybody on that defense.
Yo, that is hilarious. I've never heard.
He is. All of them boys got Lamar Jackson bed sheets.
I think Lamar.
All of them boys.
5-0. Hey, Bama, 5-0. Bama, move around, nigga.
Lamar Jackson.
I think
5-0.
It's not gonna be like
he
that.
He beats him every time he see him.
Yeah, but we're 2 years removed now from when this game would happen. I think
Bama 11 touchdowns, 1 pick, 122 passer QB rating, and 5 rushing touchdowns. Move around, Texas. Y'all
it's
suck.
not the same Texas defense though.
It's not.
They've added significant secondary pieces.
Burning them niggas up.
I do think Lamar and the Ravens will win this game, and I do think Lamar can make enough plays to give them, some points on the board. But I think the biggest difference factor is the Ravens now have a revamped defense with a new defensive-minded head coach.
I say Ravens defense is much better. I don't niggas talking about Ravens defense ass. No, it's not.
It should be much better. It's true.
It's like, better. Will CJ perform well enough to keep up with the Ravens duo of Lamar and Henry? I don't know. I'll give it.
I like Jacoby Lane. And y'all got. I hate that y'all keep shitting on fucking Zay Flowers. And I still like Mark Andrews. Like they get something done.
We don't spit on him. We just don't think he's number one. And
I think
niggas shit on Zay Flowers, but praise fucking Robinson. Come on, man. Move around.
Shitted on Zay Flowers.
What? I don't know.
Okay. I think Lamar.
You niggas said literally who he throwing it to. Who he throwing? That ain't shit on a person. When you won't even mention the names of who he throwing it to. Who was he throwing it to?
I didn't say that.
Zay Flowers, nigga.
Who said
you can't say who he throwing it to and then say we respect Zay Flowers.
They is not here. They is not on the panel right now.
Who are you talking about? That's my.
You cannot. Y'all said who the fuck is you specifically did that. Said who is he throwing the ball to? You said that.
I didn't say that. Okay. I said I don't like the matchup. I don't like the matchup of.
Okay. You know I'm Mr. Rewind. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna find it.
I think that Lamar can make enough plays. I think it's very key for the Ravens in this game that they establish the run early because that's the only way that they're going to be able to keep things honest as far as that's concerned. The Ravens defense should be better. For the purposes of this, I'd probably take the Ravens to win this game. I think it's a complete coin flip similar to the Dallas game we talked about earlier too. So I'd probably give them a loss and put them at 7-4.
But see, D-Mac, the thing is with the Texans, they strong when they can play man-to-man and let them safety sit over top and roam and really come down. Okay,
yes.
that's crazy.
Move downhill. Move downhill.
Yeah.
That's
play like put you in the box, play in the lane, play up close. Mm-hmm. But see, that's a recipe for disaster going against somebody like Lamar. You play man-to-man with Lamar, and you get your back turned to Lamar. He lightning in the bottle. He running down the sideline, and then don't forget they got that big ass mule over there, like that. Don't get injured.
Hold on, Bama. Let me play D-Mac. Let me play D-Mac, Bama. Let me play D-Mac.
With their secondary play, I just don't think that the Ravens have the wide receivers to significantly stop them. That's going to be a game where it's like Derek.
That's what you said. You said,
yeah, I don't think they have
the Ravens don't have a significant receiver core. That's what you said. That ain't disrespecting Zay Flowers. That ain't disrespecting Zay Flowers.
Early. It's not disrespectful to Zay Flowers to say, I think he's going to struggle versus Derek Stingley and Kamari Lassiter. There's nothing disrespectful about that. That's just the reality.
I've seen Stingley get head top a couple times last year, man. I don't want to hear that shit, man.
Who was the wide receiver that was head topping him though? Who was it?
JSN.
Who's the type of wide receiver? Better wide receiver.
There's a few other
wide receivers that are better than.
There was a few no-name niggas on that.
That's true. The only reason why he does
he got
that lackadaisical play where he played at it's like that bait defense where he'll let you beat him, and then some of them dudes that'll really get past him probably kind of fast and keep that cushion on them. I don't know. That's a tough one to say because
I'm picking the Ravens, but I think it's going to be a very fun game.
Like, can I ask you something? Hey, Bama, have the Ravens? What they? Now we know the whole team hasn't been there, but Stingley has played for the Ravens. I mean, to Texas for some time now, right?
You say what?
4 years.
Stingley has played for the Texans for some time, about 3 years now, right? 3 or 4 years.
4 years.
Do I have to read the Lamar Jackson stats to you? Apparently, Stingley, they're not worried about Stingley when they play them because apparently,
yes.
Zay get off.
Who have they added since they played those games early?
Yeah, it's a different team.
Lassiter, Petrie, they cool.
Okay, yeah, all right.
I
also think Mark Andrews will be used quite a bit in this.
Lassiter might be better than Stink, man. That boy fundamentally sound though, and he hit, boy.
Ooh, wait. Stingley just a name?
Hold on.
Bama.
What are you trying to tell me right now?
Stingley a freak, but I think the way Stingley plays, just because I feel like, how can I put this? Stingley is overconfident in himself, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's why he lets people run past him because he know he could walk him down and pick the ball off or whatever the case may be.
That's why he wouldn't cover Mike Evans one-on-one.
Lassiter is Lassiter ain't doing none of that. Lassiter just go shut you down like a real dog. Like he gonna press you and he gonna hit. Stingley don't really hit like that. Lassiter come up and hit, bro. Like, and
just because you take risks doesn't necessarily mean that you're bad. I don't think you're saying he's better at his job, but are you trying to tell me Kamari's better than Stingley? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think so, bro. I think if somebody had Kamari Lassiter as a top 5 cornerback in this league, I wouldn't be mad at it. Like Kamari Lassiter just that good, bro.
I can see that because I'll say why I can see that, right? Because
if you really watch the Texans play, he's
technically sound. But Bama, here's the problem about that though, Bama. Here's the only problem about that though, Bama.
Good,
we got to tax him a little bit
on the ones.
We got to tax Kamari Lassiter a little bit because Stingley has to go against number 1, so we can't say you're a better cover corner than me versus number 2s. If we're swapping the spots and you're covering number, like for instance, when you think about that 15 Broncos team, there were times where Keith Lee might cover number 1 or Chris Harris. They kind of flip flop. There's never a game when you watch where Lassiter's covering number 1 and Stingley covering number 2. So it's like if you can't say you better than me at covering when I have to go against better talent. Now if you're going to cover the JSNs, the Jamar Chases, and I get to cover the T Higgins, I might look more technically sound too because I'm going against worse receivers. So that's what I'm saying. So it's a little bit of caveat there.
But they don't switch like that though. Like the NFL stopped going from that making these number 1 DBs travel. So Kamari Lassiter do line up against
Casual Brown said, "Bam, is he better than Trey McDuffie?"
Who Lassiter? Yeah. I like Lassiter over McDuffie. A lot of people like McDuffie. A lot of NFL players included. So I'm not really mad at that.
It's a flavor thing. McDuffie has a very specific style of play that is very valuable, I would argue, in the NFL as a slot corner.
Yeah, holding.
But earlier, I mean, for some, a lot of the NFL guys like McDuffie though.
Yeah,
the NFL guys put him top.
He's a dog.
It depends on what you want to do. In my personal opinion, I'd say that because McDuffie is a guy that brings the versatility. He can go into the nickel. He has incredible zone eyes. Lassiter is more of a guy that really is comfortable in press. Not that McDuffie isn't. And Lassiter also has a better ball skills. I'll say,
but Lassiter's like 6'1", right?
Yeah, McDuffie is a little smaller, which is why
McDuffie's 5'10", so it makes more sense.
So I mean, he's still I would take McDuffie just because I do like that chess piece aspect of it. But I think Lassiter is awesome. So like there's nothing bad I'm gonna say about Lassiter because he's great.
I would agree.
That's what I'm saying. If for people that didn't really watch Houston, bro, Lassiter stood off on the tape to me, like, and I'm trying to tell you, for him to do that at his young stage he's in right now, you gotta think about it, bro. He playing with Bullock, Petrie, and Stingley, and Will Anderson, and Danielle Hunter. For him to still be able to stand off on the tape, though, it really says a lot to him, bro. Like,
y'all do know McDuffie. I think we think McDuffie old because he's been winning so long. He's 24 years. I think he's a baby. Like McDuffie, y'all understand? McDuffie is a baby. He's 24. He's a baby.
He's been all pro since his second year in the NFL.
That's what I'm saying. Like McDuffie's so young. You forget you think McDuffie like 28 because he's like he's been playing for forever. He's only 24 years old. I think he's a baby.
Trent's awesome, man.
He's a baby. We still could get legitimately. 8 more years of this.
For the record, I wouldn't have Lassiter top 5. I think he's probably around borderline top 10 would probably be where I would put him more realistically. But I think he is an awesome corner. And when you're saying that the second guy in your secondary is borderline top 10, that's scary.
For sure. All right, are we gonna finish the schedule?
Yeah, finish the schedule. We at Pittsburgh now.
Look, win. Let's move on.
Give me a win. Aaron Rodgers is gonna be fucking scared.
Yeah,
I don't think old man Rodgers will get it.
No.
No. Where are we at?
I have
week 13. Week 13.
We at Washington.
Is Jaden on the bench? Is he?
It don't matter. Give me a win.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Does he even make it to week 13?
At Washington.
Okay, let me ask this question.
CJ versus Jaden.
Add Brian. Add Ayuk.
Ayuk's not going there after what happened.
If they got Ayuk from the Commanders.
Even with Ayuk, they just not good enough.
Brandon Ayuk is not going.
But they just losing.
I'm really down on the Commanders defense. The offense seems very limited to me, especially without a run game. Good luck. I'm going with Texans.
They play Jacksonville again.
This is why I think Jacksonville win.
I think
this is what Jacksonville
wins. I have them splitting, and I think that they lose.
But see, they got Jacksonville at home though early. This is why I think they beat Jacksonville right here.
They beat them at home, and then they lose to them overseas.
Yeah, I got them with the win.
Nah, I got them losing.
That's what I think.
So what's that? This week 15?
They lose to them overseas, and they beat them at home.
This week 15 minus a bye, so it's 14 games. So I got them 10-4 so far.
I also have them 10-4.
Okay,
winning this game.
They play at the Eagles with Terry Bradshaw Hurts.
Law?
Surprisingly?
Devontae Smith on Stingley, that's gonna be fun.
This is a tough one.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Yeah, it was somebody else gonna throw the ball over there.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Masterclass.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I love Devontae Smith, but I listen. I love Smitty, and even though he should be named Smitty because only one Smitty, he was 5'9".
Ooh, I have a good question now. Oh, Earl's going.
That's a crazy.
That's a crazy way to stop. That's a crazy way to birthdays. I've got a great question for Earl. What he's about to say. I cannot wait for him to come back and finish that statement. I think the Eagles' interior defensive line with Carter shows up enough to get the win. I
do too. Yeah. I just think if the Texans defense, if they don't play zone coverage, I think the Eagles will win. If they do play zone coverage, I think the Eagles will lose.
I was gonna say I love Smitty. I'm a fan of Smitty, and like I said, even though his name should be Smitty, it's only one Smitty. But I do believe that we have to see what he looks like as a number one, and I think that we just assume. I know the Heisman and all that shit, but it's like we forget AJ Brown took a lot of pressure off that boy. With him being the number one and the solely number one with Jalen Hurts a quarterback, bro. We have to see what it looks like. Like we got to see what it looks like. So when you say that matchup might be nice, Smitty could have a bad year if he's the number one all season long. Just again, we will see though. I want to see it.
Early going into the season, do you have more confidence in Zay Flowers or Devontae Smith?
Lamar would have been won the Super Bowl with Smitty.
I'm gonna go. Listen. It's really close though. I'm gonna tell you why, because the quarterback play is different. So part of it being close is because I have more faith in Lamar than I have in Jalen Hurts as far as just playing quarterback, but. More skill, talent side, shit like that. I go with Smitty. I definitely go with Smitty. I go with Smitty, but it's a slight. It's a slight. All I'm saying is that when Smitty goes against these best of the best, it can get Duffy for him. No Trent, no Trent, and no Trent. It can get McDuffie, no Trent. We talking about.
Will it go tough for him because of his skill or Hurts?
That's more of a question for me.
not just his skill, because his skill he is very skilled, but I do believe that also. The totality of that offense now, because you got rid of AJ Brown, so we can kind of lean to your side. I mean, we're not expecting Mekhi Lemon can be great, but it's like we ain't expecting to be great right away. So a lot of that is going to be, channeled over to Devontae Smith, and then now we got Jalen Hurts, a quarterback, and he, you know what I'm saying? Like it could get Duffy. That's what I'm saying. I think they should run the ball with Saquon. Saquon kind of took a year off last year. In a sense, I think he should be fully ready to go this year. They have to feed on Saquon because it could that'll make it easier for Smitty. But if it's like
wait, so what's your
Hurts?
You did a lot of yapping, but what is your answer? Is it Hurts going to limit Smitty or Smitty not good enough?
Hurts
Hurts is going to limit.
Hurts can limit Smitty to where the narrative can be Smitty not good enough.
Okay.
That's what happened with AJ. So.
And I've seen it before. I've seen it before. You know what I'm saying? I've seen this same story from Jalen Hurts before.
AJ, he just did it to AJ Brown. He just did it to him.
I went 2 years without watching Alabama throw a deep ball with a whole stacked box out there. Watched 2 years. It took that nigga only having 21 passing yards in the national title game, and Nick Saban saying, "Fuck that shit. Tua, get in." I seen it 2 years. That nigga can't throw a deep ball. Never had over 300-point yard game until Smitty had motherfucking 250 yak.
I just think we forget what level of quarterback AJ Brown made Jalen Hurts. Like, there was no MVP candidate nigga to AJ Brown got there. And AJ Brown is such a dominant receiver. Smitty's more technically sound, that Marvin Harrison mode, that Torrey Holt mode. So I just got to see it.
I hate this nigga Hurts, bro, because y'all will say, fuck the bad shit. What? Super Bowl MVP. Bitch, a dead clock is right 2 times out the day. A dead clock is right 2 times out the day. You can sit there and be like, oh, bro, well, he did this, he did that. I don't give a fuck. This nigga has games where he has more rushing yards than passing yards. That is egregious.
He has games where he has no passing yards in one half of the game and still wins the game.
For me, I'll say it over and over again. Man, I know we played about it. Me and Riddell, we played about it, Riddell. Shit, even Lonnie been around. We played about it, but like the fact that you can let Saquon do what he did and just be this fucking safety blanket for you, but you won't even give him a chance to get the ball in the end zone when he's got you. I just think that is some of the nastiest shit, bro. It's not cool. I know we play about it, Riddell, but it's just fucked up to me for him to not. And then people be like, well, we destined to score, we're gonna score. But it's like, dog, get a nigga one try. And then, and literally, bro, he saved them. And I'm gonna say right now, if Saquon isn't what he was 2024, if he is what he was last year, this gonna be a bad offense, bro. He better be dominant. Because if we depending on Jalen Hurts to be him and Smitty to be fucking Peyton Manning and Marvin Harrison, it's gonna be a bad year for y'all.
I do agree about it from that perspective. The Eagles' offense this year is going to be based on we need to get back to being able to run the ball consistently with Saquon and allow that to set up these other things where we may want to do with multi-tight end sets, et cetera, et cetera. And Jalen Hurts is going to have to adjust accordingly off. And he's not, then I think Harry Rose was going to get another quarterback. But I definitely 100% agree that the Eagles' offense needs Saquon back to being one of the best running backs in the National Football League.
Yeah, because last year he lacked some arm. That shit dead.
Trent said, and Saquon, he said, and AJ Brown never had a 1,400-yard season without Jalen Hurts. We'll see it this year.
Well, but
we'll see it this year.
That's a double-edged sword, obviously, because he was dealing with a Derrick Henry-led offense in Tennessee before then as a young player.
And was still putting up 1,100-yard seasons, by the way.
Yeah, he had 20. He averaged 20 off the catch, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I
can argue that AJ Brown should have more passing yards, but Hurts diminished a little bit of that.
That's true. He can actually argue that. All right, let's finish out the schedule. Right. I got as a loss personally to Philly.
Green Bay.
I will have them winning.
They 10-5. They 10-5 right now. If we got.
I got them finishing 12-5 because I think they win.
Is it at Green Bay or is it?
Yeah, I think they beat Philly. I think they beat Philly, but they lose to Green Bay.
I think I think it's the opposite.
Is Micah back by then?
Yes. Yeah.
I like they picked up my dog too, right? What's my linebacker from Indianapolis? Don't they have my man too?
He is so washed. Oh my god!
I'm sorry. Why is he was all pro? I'm sorry. Why is he washed?
He is super washed.
He was not awful.
The only linebacker I'm thinking of is Zaire.
Yeah. Why is Zaire washed?
That's who he's talking. He looked awful last year.
He was
okay.
Oh no,
awful. I like that cornerback play. I like the safety play. The only thing I think is that I think Packers would be good, but I think that somebody got to step up as number one over there, man. You lost Dobbs, who was your base number one all last season. Y'all like this golden nigga. He went on shit last year, so we'll see.
They're saying it's gonna be good.
Matt
hopefully Tucker Crabbe is who he was.
Matt Golden like that though. He like that.
Unfortunately, Crabbe.
You can't tell me he like that if I ain't seen it. Let me see it.
Bro, you got to give him an opportunity though. Like, I mean, we was
just. Can I ask you something, Bama? As a nigga who speaks about and I mind you, Bama, you speak about practice and you speak about what the coaches see. You're very big on that. Bama, you know this, bro. As a nigga who play football, you know this. If my coach isn't giving me the opportunity, there is some they seen in practice that's saying he ain't ready yet. You
I
know
don't
that,
think
Bama.
that's true, but I don't think that's true when it comes to him.
Wide receiver.
So y'all think Matt LaFleur just not playing him like that just because?
There was a lot of
he
wide
played.
receivers on that team. They
And
couldn't
a lot of them were
everybody.
hurt, Kenya. A lot of them were hurt. So he should have the opportunities.
A lot of them weren't hurt last year. It was the year before they were all hurt, but last year they weren't all hurt.
They had Christian Watson, they had Dobbs, they had Wicks.
Dobbs got hurt. I mean, not Dobbs, but Christian Watson got hurt. What's my guy name? Reed got hurt. What are you talking about? The opportunities were there. Tucker Kraft got hurt. The opportunities were there.
He was rookies. I just don't think he was getting looked at enough. That's for me.
He was open a lot. He was open a lot.
If you're not getting if we're down and we need you, you know how bad it is if we're down and we need you and we still ain't use you like that. That's something.
Yeah, but no, but Jordan Love was also not looking his way.
For a rookie though, it's hard to say that for a rookie. If he don't do that this year, I get it. But I think Golden really.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, we'll see. There's no more Wicks targets and there's no more Dobbs targets. So
yeah, you see, they got rid of
Watson and Golden.
They wouldn't have got rid of those guys if they didn't believe in what he been showing.
But they ain't had no choice. They couldn't pay fucking Dobbs.
Why not?
But they paid Watson. They couldn't pay Dobbs, so they paid Watson.
Because they decided that Watson was more valuable than Dobbs, apparently. Even though I think that was bullshit on line. I don't know what they saw in Christian Watson to pay him that much money.
They believe in his experience.
Y'all think Watson better than Dobbs?
No, I think he's
better for their offense.
6'6". He run that 4-3.
Demon that's always hurt.
It's just a wet dream. You got a wet dream right there, bro.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing.
That nigga ain't been healthy since Aaron Rodgers, bro. Like he's not healthy.
He's such a walking explosive that I understand why they prefer him. I think they're very similar, like tiers of wide receiver as far as that's concerned. And I understand why other people be like, I'm staying away from the injury no matter what. But
watch Dobbs go over there. It's about to be 1,600 yards from AJ Brown and at least a stack. And some change from Dobbs. Dobbs about to get 1,100 yards this season with.
I mean, we'll see. He could be wide receiver 3. You never know.
Behind who? You talking about Butte?
Yeah,
hey man, Butte went crazy. I'll be honest, he went crazy.
Butte finna be in the slot.
That's what I told.
I think Dobbs gonna have.
Finna be in the slot.
I think Dobbs is gonna have a nice, solid 800, 900 yard season.
I could see that. I got the losing to the. beating the Packers.
So I also have the one too.
So they're 11-5 right now.
I don't know. I think Jordan Love will be MVP like next year.
Is he coming back? I have not been following that.
Yeah,
we have no idea as of right now.
You have no idea.
So potentially a terrible run game, and then still more question marks on the receiving core, and then a defense that is kind of hit or miss. So.
And their offensive line has also been injured.
And I'll say this on top of it, like I was watching Josh Jacobs down the stretch, like he might be losing it. Like it looked like
I ain't gonna lie, D-Mac. Respectfully, it wasn't just down the stretch. All season, I'm really heavy.
Yeah. It looked like these miles looked like they are weighing on him.
He's just so good at scoring touchdowns, but like he ain't got no burst all season. Even back when he played the Commanders and the damn Lions, he ain't got no burst.
But this is what I said. I talked about the Packers losing Micah and Tucker Kraft. Those were and I know it sounds kind of crazy because obviously Jordan Love is Jordan Love.
Tucker was so good. Tucker would have led the championship.
Those are the two most important players on each side of the ball for them because they unlock so much of what Matt LaFleur wants to do and then what Jeff Hafley wants to do. Both of those guys got to come back extremely healthy for them. And even still, like you guys said, we got question marks at the wide receiver position, we got question about the offensive line, and we got question marks at the cornerback position for the Packers.
My whole fantasy team fell apart when Tucker Kraft got hurt. Fell apart. I had y'all niggas dead to rights, man.
So who's y'all?
You. He been putting up 30 points a week.
Who are you talking about?
Between Tucker Kraft getting hurt and OG stealing all the receivers and then not playing after week 5. Man, don't worry about it. I got you. I'm on your ass next year, Riddell. Pause. I'm on your ass next year. Don't worry about it.
Go back to back.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh.
You ain't Drake.
So they go 12-5?
Yeah, I got them 12-5. Well, who's the last game of the season?
Tennessee.
Yeah,
12-5. 12-5.
And I think that's good enough to win the division. I think the Jags will be somewhere in that ballpark where they can maybe.
I think they go 5-1 in the division. They beat the Colts twice in the that day they split with Jacksonville. But they beat the Colts twice and they beat the Titans. The Titans gonna suck again. I can't wait to see.
Hey, they might set
I don't
people
think the
for the
Titans
last game
No.
of the season because they're going to realize that we can't win the first seed because the Bengals are going to win the first seed. So it's like we already locked up the division,
Right.
and then it was like, you know what? Since we locked up the division, we're going to sit,
Oh.
and then Tennessee could win last.
Oh
Game.
The Broncos will win the division. By the way, I don't know what you're talking
The
about. They'll
competing
win the
narratives are
conference.
always so funny.
I'm not talking about the AFC West.
I'm talking about conference. They'll win the conference. They'll win the conference. They'll be the number 1 seed. The
You
Broncos.
think the Jaguars will win the division, Riddell?
No. Texans for sure.
He thinks
Jaguars.
the Bengals will be number 1 seed. You're out of your mind.
I'm not.
Why not?
14-3.
We have an easier schedule.
What?
Well,
Ball
so we got 12-5.
Yeah.
All right.
12-5. It's valid.
Just glad we got that out the way. Well,
I don't see why
you know who's undefeated though?
Who?
Splash Sports, man. Number 1 game over here with Players' Choice, man, because like I said, you're not competing against the house. You're competing against other fans like you. I know we did over here. We won some good money. Hopefully you can too. Use code CHOICE. We match up to $50. Win you some cash this NFL season. And make sure y'all be tuned in over here because we be giving y'all the good picks. Me, Early, Swiper, you know what I'm saying? We helped y'all boys, you know what I'm saying, win some good bread, you know what I'm saying? So like what Early say, when your pocket's dry, make a splash with Splash Sports, you know what I'm saying? Go over here and win you some. Like I said, you need to start sharing this page, sharing this channel when the season roll around, because like I said, me, Early, and Swiper, we give y'all some damn good picks, bro. Early, we are set up here. Gave these boys some good picks, bro. Like I'm talking about,
We got the week hitting.
I'm talking about locks.
We got the week.
We got the picks, man.
More or less, baby.
Download on your iPhone, on your Android, on your Obama phone. Go to that app store. You feel me? Splash Sports. You code CHOICE, and we match up to $50. That's $100 right there for your little first. And like I said, you're not going against the house, so you won't feel violated. You got a chance to lose one because I won one by losing one, and everybody in the pool lost one, and I still got me some cash too. So Splash Sports, bro, we mess with them. You're going against other people that's wagering the same amount of picks. So you know you got a real good chance to win, man. So get it in with Splash Sports. Now back to what we was just saying over here, though.
I've got a question.
Can you say why not? Can you don't you got the Texans beating the Bengals? Fan of the Bengals?
Well, she said because early in the season and that, so there was other research.
So you think y'all can be the number 1 seed but have another? Oh, we start off shaky season, huh? Think that works in today's NFL?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to say this. Yeah. They're probably the toughest team we played defensively, probably that we play all season long. So yes.
The Ravens are in your division, by the way.
But I want to.
They have an edge rusher that can't stop the run. I'm so over that conversation.
I can't wait to see y'all. Listen, those
you
girls.
2 losses. I said 14-3.
You named 2 losses. We'll get to the Bengals schedule at some point in time.
We did. We did this already. We already did this.
Oh, y'all did the Bengals season?
Yeah.
14-3 though.
I can't wait.
That's kind of funny.
Listen, those curls and Kenya's hair will get more and more undefined as the season goes on.
Oh no! Don't do that. No, don't do that.
And them Bengals lose.
Nope.
She will look like Florida Evans by the time the season's over with because the Bengals will lose. Damn. I'm trying to tell you.
I promise Kenya as a Bengals fan for as long as Kenya has been. The curls are still where they're at. I'm sure that they will survive anything, given how bad.
Survived the last 2 years. I survived the last 2 years.
Sure
and my curls still look beautiful.
The expectations weren't high. Now the expectations are high, Kenya.
My expectations are always high.
We'll see.
I'll let Joe Burrow get hurt in the training camp again.
Let's not say that. Don't say that.
All right, so I got a question.
We'll be looking like Dr. J by the end of the season.
For the purposes of the title, I want to see if anybody disagrees with this. I think that they can go on a Super Bowl run. I think the AFC is incredibly wide open. I think there's a lot of teams that are in the mix here as far as how things go. It's a lot of variance there. The reason why I say the Texans go on a Super Bowl run, and I know we can talk about the other side of the ball, but I don't think that there is a unit in specifically the AFC, that is better than Texans defense. And I want to know if you guys disagree with that statement.
I think Will Anderson should probably win DPOY this year if he gets everything off that he should. The secondary, we've been talking about how crazy that secondary is. And if Higgins can take a significant leap and Nico Collins can stay healthy, they address the offensive line. And if CJ Stroud just plays above average, they should be a Super Bowl contender easily.
And I agree. There is no other unit in the AFC that's better than the Texans defense. I can't think of one.
I would say the only units that I'll put go like, okay, they can make things difficult would be potentially the Bills offensive unit. We'll see how that kind of works out because they did add DJ Moore, of course. And, of course, the offensive line's already good. The run game's already good, and it's still Josh Allen. So we'll see how that plays out. I would be curious to see how this is a swing with the Chargers offense. I am curious to see how that Chargers offense plays this year with Mike McDaniel, Herbert, of course. The Bengals offense is also very interesting, but of course we have to see if that offensive line can stay together. So, and then of course, even though the Ravens, I wouldn't say have any individual unit better than Texans, the combination of the defense and the reliability, typically when it comes to King Henry and Lamar Jackson, can make things very difficult. But ultimately, they can play. The Texans team defensive unit can play at a peak that nobody can compare with. But if that offense is not able to like stay above water, it can make things difficult.
There are going to be
that
teams
offense can be bad and they can hurt that defense.
There are going to be teams that are going to be certainly in that conversation. I'm not saying that they should even be at the top of that conversation as far as the Texans are concerned and AFC contenders, but that when you're talking about, I'm starting off, you have the best unit in this conference. I think like it's very difficult because that's the type of unit that on any given playoff game could just be like, well, your offense can't move the ball, so good luck winning this game. I feel like that is within the realm of possibility.
I'm about to say I'm with you, D-Mac. We are past the era of like those Baltimore Ravens teams. You cannot win. You cannot beat teams by just being a good defense. It's not a thing no more in the NFL. You have to score on offense.
Absolutely, and that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
that's why I'm saying the Texans are not like the favorite.
But the Patriots, literally everybody the Patriots play bad offenses. Even when we get the Broncos, if the Broncos could move the ball a little bit, the Broncos beat the Patriots. Literally, the Broncos were that bad offensively when they had old boy as quarterback. They could have beat the Patriots, dog.
I agree. That's why the only unit that I think should be put in the conversation to really answer D-Mac's question: do we think the Broncos defense can be comparable to the Houston's defense?
Absolutely. No. Even if hold on. Even if the Kenya, you're a Bengals fan. Even if the defense is a 10. Even if the defense, even if the defense is a 10.
Yeah, I wouldn't take that, Kenya. This is a Panthers fan.
Wait a minute.
Well,
hey,
in his defense, his defense is probably better than mine too. So I'm not even gonna argue that.
Here's my problem though. Even if the Texans are a 10 and the Broncos are 8.5, right? You can say what you want to say about all that fucking Bo Nix hate. Picking up Waddle and what they can have offensively, they could be better than the Texans offensively. So we're having a battle where our defenses are duking it out. I promise you, I got my faith in Bo Nix. I promise you, I have my faith in Bo Nix.
I have more faith in what's around Bo Nix, but that's
period.
And that's why I say like I'm not saying the Texans should be the Super Bowl favorites in the AFC or they should be the AFC favorites, whatever you want to say. I'm just saying that's why they're in this conversation of who can make a Super Bowl run because I think that they have the best unit.
They do. I think though, the only thing that scares me is Patrick Mahomes in the zone, Lamar in the zone. That neutralizes everything. You know what they do to defenses when they both in the zone. I don't think Josh
Lamar just never in the zone in the playoffs. All right, I'm sorry. I don't think Josh Allen like has enough wiggles to get loose on that defense. So I think they always match up well against Josh Allen. He big, don't get me wrong. He'll try to run through some, but not Josh Allen. Really not fast enough to outrun them boys.
Why you don't think Joe Burrow can get in that zone?
I think Joe Burrow can. When they doing that rendition of Joe Montana and Jerry Rice, him and Chase got this weird thing like in the fourth quarter, bro. It's like they use it like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers shit on the sideline. Them niggas come out as Joe Montana and Jerry Rice.
Even if the Texans get to the Super Bowl, even if they get to the Super Bowl, the way Matthew Stafford and the Rams are going to beat the shit out of anybody who sniffs the Super Bowl, oh, it's going to be bad. Y'all thought 2021 was bad. Oh, it's going to be bad. Oh, and you
I'm
better hope
telling y'all, bro,
you niggas better
the
pray
game
Aaron
is
Donald.
all
You better
about
pray Aaron
matchup.
Donald. You better pray Aaron Donald don't just have an inkling of wanting to come back. You better pray his wife don't say he good. You better pray he don't look at his kids one day and say, I want to do something else. You better just pray he don't even feel it in his soul to play football no more. Because this shit is over with. This
That's
shit
what
is
I'm
you can pack it up. Hey, pack it up, put the equipment in the bags,
gonna tell
cut
you,
the lights
bro.
off. This shit is over with.
I'm saying this
man.
shit right now.
The Rams is
July
healthy.
5th.
The
July
Rams do have to
5th.
be healthy. I agree
July
with Lon.
5th at 11:31.
We ain't putting no injuries on the Rams.
Time.
But
Again, if the Rams match up with the Cowboys in the playoffs, bro, y'all are gonna be sad. Them parlays is gonna get so burnt. Nobody's gonna pick the Cowboys.
We talking about
Everybody
both
gonna
healthy?
pick the Rams. Both healthy,
You
bro.
out your fucking mind,
The
man. I ain't
game
gonna lie
is
to you, bro.
matchup, bro.
Cowboys.
You
What?
smoke cocaine, Bama. Nah,
Yes,
boy,
the
you
Rams.
It'll
smoke
be
coke.
competitive though.
There is an ounce of coke underneath that hat.
Cowboys,
You think if you think the healthy Rams are gonna lose to the Cowboys?
Because I've been thinking about this, bro. I'll be at work. They be like, bro, what you staring off into space for? Because I'm trying to think of who can beat the fucking Rams, bro. I know.
And you think it's the Cowboys?
Football,
I can tell you a team that could beat the
Is
Rams.
CeeDee Lamb catching this season? Is CeeDee Lamb catch again?
It's not going to be as ABC as we making it. Like, I'm trying to tell you, bro.
We put Trent McDuffie on CeeDee Lamb. We double team Pickens or vice versa. Myles Garrett wreaks havoc on everybody in the league. And if Aaron Donald come back, come on, bro, don't even have a conversation. Matthew Stafford, I trust him literally. Only person I trust more than Matthew Stafford, only because he's just that good. But if they match up, I think he could beat him, is Patrick Mahomes. Other than that, my boy, Matthew Stafford for me, as far as clutch, as far as getting it done, resume is the second best quarterback when it comes to the totality of. I ain't worried about him in the playoffs like Lamar. I'm not worried about him throwing some dumb shit like Josh Allen. When it comes down to clutch and winning the game in the clutch, I depend on Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford will. We talk about Dak again. Dak not bad, but come on, bro, stop it, bro.
I'll say this though. If I had a bet on paper, of course, I'm picking the Rams, and I have a Rams agenda because I want Stafford to be better than Aaron Rodgers. We don't have to discuss.
Oh, come on, give me two more MVPs and one more Super Bowl, Riddell.
That's a
In
lot.
due time. In due time. We'll have that conversation. Anyhow,
they're not winning that Super Bowl
but
this
the
year.
best team to beat the Rams is not necessarily a scheme. It's not necessarily you have better talent. It's the storyline, right? It's the narrative that is being told. And
Jesus Christ.
Out of all the narratives you could think about,
I'm gonna be so
a rematch in the Super Bowl about a guy that people are doubting. Nobody believes in them. Now people are saying Joe Burrow shouldn't even be top 5. So imagine, not only do we get a rematch in the Super Bowl,
I would love that.
We have Joe Burrow dethrone the greatest team of all time.
Oh my God! Come on, you would love that, and you're lying to yourself if you.
First of all,
because you blamed Eli Manning when he did it, you would love it.
That shit stank. Take it outside. That shit stank. Take that trash outside, man. It's been sitting in the kitchen too long. It got the kitchen stinking now. Stop it, bro.
That's gonna be
the Bengals making the Super Bowl. Hey, man, take that shit outside, man. Take it outside.
They're gonna sit there and try to find every reason to hate on us.
That shit stinks. Take it outside.
Right now, is gonna find every reason to put y'all in a position to be hated on.
Take it outside. Take it outside.
Right now, keep doing this.
Y'all really want Matthew Stafford. Y'all want Joe Burrow to have to deal with. Y'all had to deal with. Y'all want to have to deal with Myles Garrett, huh? Y'all want Pitts to repeat himself? Y'all want to have to deal with Myles Garrett?
I want Joe Burrow to be the best.
Myles Garrett, bro.
He's seen him. I want him to be the best.
Myles Garrett got the sack record on Joe Burrow. This is his revenge.
And it was barely a sack. It was barely a sack.
That sack, throw a touchdown.
It was more of a touch. It wasn't even that much of a sack. But good for him.
They beat.
Bro, I can come up with narratives all day, bro.
They beat this shit out the Bengals. Please stop it. That'd be a blowout before it started.
Jamar Chase, Cooks, and Trent McDuffie. This is payback. All the time.
It's not like Trent McDuffie.
Hey, in order to catch the ball, quarterback gets you the ball. I ain't gonna lie. Myles Garrett gonna be that nigga lap.
Joe Burrow's gonna be on his Eli Manning type vibe.
Hey, hold up. Hold up. If we play in SoFi again, it's a home game for me again. And we playing SoFi. We got Snoop and them in the crowd. We got the LA niggas in the crowd. Y'all crazy as hell. Shout out to SoFi Banking. It's a great bank, by the way.
It is a great bank.
It's a great boy. That
I think
that 4.0 on my returns, boy.
I think the conversation, about who would you face in the Super Bowl, I think is a fair one to say. I mean, look, the Rams look like they should be Super Bowl favorites. They, as long as they're healthy, they look like they're in a really good position. I think there are still some things where you can get the Rams if you're able to have a good offensive line, try and attack the middle of the field versus them. That is still a weakness that I think that they have on defense. Obviously, offensively, it's just very difficult. You have to be able to live out of the nickel, but we've seen Mike McDonald and what that Seattle Seahawks defense was able to do because they could do so, which obviously the Texans could actually replicate as far as living out of the nickel. So it's like we'll get to the end of it and we'll like, hey, this team can match up in X, Y, and Z way. I'm not even thinking about that. It's more so in a conference aspect of it. But look,
the Rams were a game away from the Super Bowl, and the biggest problem with them was the secondary. That shit is fixed. And here's the thing. Riddell, the Rams were a game away from the Super Bowl, and their secondary was the problem, right? Mm-hmm. Not only did they fix the secondary by getting an all-pro there, they added the best defensive player in the game. Riddell, what conversation are we having right now about the Rams?
I'm talking about the conversation of the 9-7 Giants beating the 16-0 Patriots. So it's like, we're just breaking the whole status quo. It doesn't make sense.
I mean, bro, y'all better go.
Joe Burrow would never wake up and be Eli Manning in the playoffs.
Y'all better go back and watch Jalen Watson versus a receiver too. That boy was getting baptized out there. I don't know. Y'all got way more.
Emmanuel Forbes ain't bad.
He was in the back half of last year.
He ain't good.
He had to eat. That's against number ones. You like you like your corners? Is Leon Hall and Jonathan Joseph out there again?
It's DJ Turner and Dax Hill. You should know our names.
DJ Turner. Child, please.
You know the names, bro. It was Geno
Hey,
Stone.
man, when Jamal Stewart finally get double-digit sacks in his career?
Safeties were horrible and our linebackers were horrible. That was the issue.
Nigga ain't even had 10 sacks and Pop Warner. Talking about to get Jamal Stewart out there. Boy, stop it.
I will to kind of reroute back to the Texans conversation. Do we think if Tank Dell is not able to become who he is, and if
who he was,
Dalton or who he was, and then of course Dalton Schultz is kind of mediocre, and the Jalen
Dalton Schultz still play for that team.
I would say Jaden Higgins and Nico Collins are good for what they provide, but it seems to me what the Texans will really need to start mastering is the short game and the intermediate game. Should they, if these receivers are just not cutting it, should they make a move to get someone else?
I'm trying to think of who they can get.
Stephon Diggs again?
No, if they go run,
it was solid. A couple.
I mean, I think that their early season answer is going to be, hey, we're going to have Noel for a second year. We're going to see if Tank Dell can come back, and if that doesn't work, then maybe that's something you revisit at the trade deadline for sure. But I don't know. I think that they're going to give their young guys a shot next to Nico Collins first before they are looking at outside guys. So I don't think a Diggs or Ayuk or obviously Odell already signed. Like I don't think that's going to be the move for them.
Is it worth going all in for a current Super Bowl window, especially since you have to pay CJ Stroud? If this is the only thing you need to complete the team.
I mean, it depends on who you're getting.
It depends on who you're getting.
It got to be a team of somebody. It got to be a team of somebody who might be like losers by the time week 6 comes around, week 6, week 7. If there's a team that's supposed to be good, like for instance, the Commanders, right? If the Commanders are supposed to be good, but they're fucking 1-5 or 2-5, you might say, hey man, we shot one for scary turn. Like, y'all willing to get up off of them? Like one of them, it has to be a team you don't expect to be good that has a good quality receiver over there that they say, hey man, we ain't gonna be shit this season. We just kind of ending the ship. Y'all can have them for a first or a second, whatever, like that. It can happen.
You think they could get like Jordan Addison from the Vikings?
Yeah, something like that. But again, it would have to be a team who is supposed to be good but ain't good. Especially teams that have 2 good receivers. For instance, like if the Cowboys weren't good, you might try to see which one of them y'all may want to give up.
CD probably the only person that really fit over there. And that's
CD and Nico Collins would.
The Cowboys, if they were trading anybody, it'd be Pickens, but that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, that doesn't. They already have what Pickens.
The Cowboys are going to be a good team.
Well, okay, so if I
might be the Bengals, they might suck. Might get T. Higgins.
If I were to name a couple of receivers, would you go all in and get these guys to make to push for a Super Bowl?
Are they on teams already?
Like a first round pick? Are we talking about like
Are they on teams already?
Whatever you're willing to give up. Like basically, the Rams went all in. They will give up whatever they got to win the Super Bowl.
All right, go ahead. Name guys.
Okay, so first name up, Chris Olave.
If the Saints
I don't think he's
suck,
getting traded.
nah, I don't think they get rid of. Who else did they get? Did they get another receiver over there?
They
drafted
drafted
Tyson. Drafted Tyson.
Yeah, they got Tyson.
I can see that because if Tyson is good, but
Tyson's been practicing yet.
We got Jordan Tyson and Trey Lance, little brother. Trey Lance, brother, nice.
Bryce Lance, yeah. I don't think he's getting traded though.
But go ahead. Who?
Oh yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think they still young.
Would you go out of your way to get someone like Michael Wilson?
Wilson ain't showing me enough yet, though.
I really like Michael Wilson. It depends on the price tag. If I could give up a third to make it happen, I'd do it. If it's a second or first, I'd probably balk at the offer.
Because, see, everybody can play freely when we got no expectations, but now you add him to a team that's Super Bowl hunting. Who's to say you go get that same receiver you got over there in the car? See, receivers like
if you're expecting him to be your number one, I think that's fair. But if you're looking off of Nico Collins, I think that he's still going to maintain.
Yeah, if he's going across from Nico, that's like a 4th, 5th round pick.
What about Josh Downs?
Now that could be a name.
I like that.
That could be a name.
I don't think it happens in the division, but yeah, I'd trade it.
Mid-season division.
Yeah, I would say it probably just be the division thing.
I don't like Josh Downs like that.
Garrett Wilson's not getting traded.
Yeah.
No.
Wait a second.
If the price tag, but that's a guy. That's a guy price tag wise. D-Mac. That's a guy price tag enough,
sauce, bro. They ship sauce.
D-Mac.
But they ship sauce because he got 2 first-round picks. You have to ship.
But I'm saying that's a price tag that if the Texans really want to go, he said all in. And they say, look,
if
we'll give you a first and a 2 seconds
for Garrett Wilson, then
or we'll give you a first and a third. They'll give up Garrett Wilson.
If you're paying 2 first-round picks, then yes, Garrett Wilson will get traded. But
if they say we'll give you a first and a second, they'll give Garrett Wilson up.
It'd have to be 2 first.
Okay.
2 first for Garrett?
They wouldn't do that.
That's what it would take to get
first and a third, maybe. I think he'd go for like a first and a third.
They wouldn't do that. I think I'm with you, Lonnie. First and third, that will work.
Free him.
You got to understand, Garrett Wilson. They've built this offensive infrastructure for their next quarterback. Garrett Wilson is a major piece of that. They invested in Breece Hall. They invested.
Garrett Wilson is tradable.
They invested in tier offensive line.
Yeah, but they have a lot of weapons over there now. They can trade away Garrett Wilson. I don't see an issue with that at all.
But if they don't have to pay Garrett and they can get more assets and ensure that they can get.
Wait, am I forgetting the Jets wide receivers? It's like AD Mitchell and who else?
Omar Cooper, Zeke. They have the other tight end. They have a lot of.
I like AD Mitchell to have a good season this year. By the way, I think also to Riddell.
I think that they could be.
I think also to Riddell, they can probably throw another receiver in there, maybe a Noel. So we'll give you a first, a third, and Noel, something like that. They can get rid of Garrett Wilson. Who else you got?
Okay, Brian Robinson, the infamous name.
Junior?
Backup running back. Junior. Oh, Brian Thomas.
Oh, Brian Thomas.
I was like the backup running back. I would be running back. I would be willing to.
Brian Thomas.
I would. I'd do it.
But again, you're running into the same issue though. It's the same interdivisional thing.
Yeah, I ain't believe in him. I'm done with all that LSU bullshit propaganda, bro. He did good.
Bama said he's done like he ever bought into it, for the record.
He was cool. He was cool with Mac Jones. You feel me?
I don't like that name only because as good as he is, I don't like that name only because of the simple fact of I think they still need him more than they don't need him because they got guys over there, but now that you for sure putting what's your guy's name that barely played last year? Me and Bama said we're gonna make it to the season. Travis Hunter. Now that he's definitely gonna be corner, I don't know if they do that. Now a name I do like, I said to myself when I got clicked off of here, oh fuck, it was a name I did. Oh, like a Trey Tucker. It's like something like that over there. I like a Trey Tucker. Something because again, if you can get you a good in-space receiver to go along Nico, you don't have to get another dominant guy. Get a guy who can just make it easier for Nico as far as getting them intermediate routes. I think you can get a guy like that. This is a Trey Tucker.
I think they could get maybe a Jordan Reed because Packers still have a lot of receivers.
Jaden Reed is interesting, but he obviously has his own issues, and I'll be curious to see how he would work with the Texans team. I was also thinking that name, Jerry Jeudy. Jeudy can get separation, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
His hands are.
It's just the problem of actually catching the ball.
a 5th or 4th round pick.
Yeah, I'll do a day 3 pick for Jerry Jeudy.
Honestly, man, you got to see what you got with your young guys, Jaden Noel, and Jaden Higgins, bro. I got to see.
But if we are a receiver away, bro, I'm making a move.
But he's saying if those guys don't step up early in the season, but I was a big believer in Noel. I think Higgins is going to be a good wide receiver. So I do feel like you're going to get Tank or Noel stepping up in addition to Higgins and obviously Nico.
Because last name, real quick, Bama. Last name, Rashee Rice.
No.
Good luck.
No.
God bless.
You ain't gonna take the risk?
No, not even a risk. I'll take Noel and the other guy.
God bless.
I'll bank on Higgins over that criminal.
Here's a better name. Again, it's a surprise name, but I do believe that like if they were willing to give up some cachet, it's gonna take maybe 2 firsts, maybe a first, second, third. But if they're a bad team, because they're bad last year. Amon-Ra St. Brown, if the Lions aren't
giving up Amon-Ra.
If the Lions, hold on, now hear me out though. If the Lions have another bad season, because you gotta understand, at some point in time you gotta have to pay to make it.
Season last year though.
Yeah, they were like 7-8.
It wasn't bad. It was average. It wasn't bad.
For what they supposed to be, they were like 7-8 last year, if I'm not mistaken, right?
They were 9-8.
Yeah, 9-8. If they're having a bad season going into it, I can see them trading for Amon-Ra or Jameson Williams. I can see them
Williamson before they trade.
Waymo, you giving him a legit deep threat to go inside Nico Collins? Shit, either way.
Now I will say this is a long shot, but like narratives, and we all know they're gonna be terrible next season. But Marvin Harrison Jr.
I can see that.
He might try to ask out. Like if they're trash and he's not getting the ball, because Carson Beck's probably gonna be, if he's getting like 20 yards a game, they might go like,
they don't need receivers like that though. Like they run that.
I think they do.
They need somebody like a Zay Flowers, like somebody that can run like the little short intermediate stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Tap you a couple times deep, but you being a deep threat primarily. That's
why I said Trey Tucker would be great.
Yeah, they need some quick. They need some quick to get open quick. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like,
what about
that's what's gonna set that offense off.
That's why I said I like a Scary Terry too.
Scary Terry's interesting if depending on his injuries.
And would they have to pay him? They're moving forward. They go get enough receiver out there. You know what I'm saying? Like Scary Terry kind of ended his career, so it's like we could do without you because you're 30, you ain't like you're 25. So like, yeah, that'd be a great pickup too.
Brandon Ayuk.
I don't believe in Ayuk's return.
What are you talking about, bro? Why y'all so damn on Ayuk, bro? Have
you not been paying attention to what he's been doing?
Yeah, bro. He been trolling them NFL teams, bro.
No, he's been trolling the NFL general managers.
Good.
No, not good. No.
They need it because they got just as much dickhead ego as players do, bro. Like I don't think people understand. In the world of football, it's just a bunch of men with egos, bro, bitching and moaning all day, bro. Like I'm so serious, bro. Like so, I like to see stuff like that from Ayuk.
I don't.
Me personally, I know people don't, bro, but they don't realize some of them coaches be dickheads.
Wasn't Ayuk going at Jaden yesterday? Like, wasn't?
Yes,
yeah, that was.
Well, that's not happening. He's not
going
to the Commanders.
On his Instagram story. So I don't.
He's tripping.
No.
One more name, Tyreek Hill. If you're the Texans, do you take the risk and get Tyreek Hill?
But he's free. Is he on the team or no?
No,
he's a free agent.
He's free. Right? He's not going to be able to start the season. It's like by 5.
But I would, yeah. But I'm not gonna lie. Somebody's going to listen to me. Listen to me right now. Somebody's going to get Tyreek, and he ain't going to play this season, and he's going to be amazing for them next season. I'm telling y'all right now. Somebody's going to get Tyreek, dog. I would love for him to take his ass. I would love for him to take his ass to Baltimore.
Me too.
Give Lamar a year, and then next year let Tyreek. I think he's gonna get back healthy. Even if Tyreek Hill isn't 100%, if Tyreek Hill is 75, 80%, he's still a top 5 receiver as far as speed and shit like that.
I'm tired of Lamar having to deal with these retirement home ass legend receivers, bro.
But Tyreek, although the injury was what it was, though, we gotta be real, though, Bama. Tyreek would be the best thing he's ever had. Period.
But how?
Not coming off this injury, I disagree.
And I got to be real with you. When you say Lamar got to deal with, the Ravens have never got a nigga who's in their prime. Derek Mason, Anquan Bowl. They don't do that.
Well,
Period.
he's not in prime.
Shout out Mark
He's walking.
Andrews and Derrick Henry.
Tyreek is just.
It's 2 years.
If it wasn't for the injury, I understand that.
Well,
but
that's a major thing.
but I think he can heal from his injury, y'all. I think he can heal from his injury.
I am
That was a bad injury for somebody.
I mean, at 34, man, I don't.
At 30, what? He's like 32, right?
Well, but I'm saying by the time he's like fully healthy, he'll be 34 because he's not playing this year, right?
No, I think he can play the second half of this year.
Oh, second half of this year. So he'll be 33 this year. Then 34. I don't know, bro. I think get Lamar somebody young.
No, I think he could help. Like,
I don't know. I just think he could, bro.
Hey, I mean,
okay.
I think he could be a solid good.
But he's a good route runner, though. I'll take that back. He is a good route runner, though.
Elite route runner.
Very underrated route runner.
I wouldn't say that he's that level of technical, but he's a good.
I'm sorry. What? Why is he an elite route runner?
I don't think he's an elite route runner. Well, I would say he's you could say he's elite separator, but I would say that's more so because he has the world class speed that pairs with his improved and continue to get up to like a really good level of route running from a technical aspect.
Yeah.
He on a good pace, man. My boy on a good pace, man. He on a good pace, man.
Tyreek?
Yeah, man.
We've seen a lot of workout videos in the offseason that don't turn out well when these guys.
Hey, stop being a fucking hater, D-Mac. Jesus Christ.
I'm not being a hater. That's just black man.
Disgusting. Jesus Christ. We want him to be good.
All right.
But OBJ be showing all the workout videos and he go out there doo-doo. Hurt.
But we've seen OBJ. Hold up. We've seen OBJ be like, again, Tyreek is different. I've never seen Tyreek be bad.
Early weren't you hyping up OBJ like the last 2 years?
I hyped him up when he first went to the Ravens because I wanted him to be great. And I think he'll have a decent season. I think he'll be 800 yards this year.
You think he gonna get 800 yards, bro?
I don't know about all that one.
I'm gonna let y'all know what OBJ is. He is.
What's the over under in Vegas? Let me see.
He is a Make-A-Wish.
It's probably gonna be like 200 yards over under. OBJ.
Like the over under is gonna be like
Jackson Dart throwing him the ball too, right?
It's gonna be like 200 yards.
OBJ.
I'd be surprised if OBJ even makes it onto the sports books. I'll be honest.
Man,
you know what,
bro?
I agree.
You don't have one, so the sports books don't have it yet. But I'm thinking, but they don't have a lot of people yet. Stop being a butthole. They don't have a lot of people yet.
That boy tried to ask for that 13. That boy looked at him and said, "But this ain't 2013 fries in the bag, old man."
Hey man, he might be good vibes. The New York Giants locker room needs good vibes right now. The vibes in the New York Giants locker room is not good. We need good vibes. So, OBJ.
Man, if you want OBJ up in that booty shaking, go ahead. I don't know what vibes that's gonna give, but that nigga's a international booty shaker.
Yo,
he the only nigga I know in the strip club that gets
What is he talking about? What is he talking about?
OBJ be up in there. OBJ be up in the strip club getting jealous that the strippers is dancing and he outdanced them.
Trent said,
"Hey, Bama, you got to stop that, Bama. You got to stop that. We got more reach than you think, and you got to stop that. I be outside more than you do. But you got to stop that, man.
All right, now
I'm not about to be fucking taking mistakes for y'all for what y'all saying, bro.
So when Bama, when he joined the show.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, Bama.
I'm saying, I got to chill, bro. We got more cool than y'all think, man. We got to chill.
Hey, I'm going to put that Young Miami on, and I'm going to challenge him to a dance song. Who dance better than Young Miami?
Yo, I would love to see a dance off between Bama and OBJ.
That'll be so good.
Hey, what did they say? I got to live here. You don't. Bama, I'll be outside. So if I'm in New York and OBJ be like, "Hey, man, what's up with your man?" I'm like, "Hey, man, they got nothing to do with me, man."
Yeah,
I done got pressed for one of you niggas' comments before in this lifetime.
It won't be me. You just call me if they press you, bro. Just call me, bro.
But early did he lie though? Because as soon as they start playing, where all my scamming ass niggas,
that's my
OBJ getting down.
And like I said, I got the over on his yards this year. I can't wait to see what the prop is.
What's his yards? That's like 2. Is it like 2 something, 3 something?
Nah, they ain't got it up yet. But a lot of niggas don't have it up yet for nobody. They don't even have it up for Zay Flowers yet.
Yo, this man early said he's gonna get 800 yards, bro. Full check.
I gotta get 800, man. I haven't done
Yo, you got
it. Hey, in a hypothetical world, nigga, I love it. I would love it. He's not getting
I think they're gonna put his over at like 300, over under 300. I'm dead.
Hey,
Gosh, man, for the season is
Like
so
200.
nasty.
I mean, did you see the last time he played for
What?
Miami Dolphins? Like
He that barely played. But 2 years off, we'll see what the body like. But Trent, come on. Let Malik go for 13, 14.
Hold on, how old is OBJ?
He might not be back until week
Hold up.
7,
OBJ go for 8, 9. Oh, man,
yards
come
from
on,
Jackson
man.
Dart gonna throw for?
in theory, that shit sounds amazing.
3,800. 3,800.
3,800. Jackson
At
Dart.
max, like at max, they're gonna have Odell's over under.
Listen here.
500
Listen
yards.
here.
Yeah, 500. It's probably 500.
At max.
Donald Trump can sit at every.
But it take one 150-yard game, and it's like, oh,
Donald
that
Trump
Odell.
can be
I just
live
need
on
two.
the
I
sideline.
need 2 Odell
Dart-
games, nigga, and it's
Dart-
like,
Dart not doing that. It don't matter. Trump can be on the sideline
oh,
calling.
well, Dart a good quarterback though. Why are we doing that?
How many games?
And
Yeah,
what you just said, them numbers. You
Hey
just
Trent.
talked
Hey Trent.
Yeah.
Hey Trent. I'm glad you're here. Was CJ Stroud a top 15 quarterback last year?
No, but I think he can bounce back this year. I hope.
I hope, right? But according to DMAC, he was pretty good last year.
Bro, the way you mix words.
He was solid. Hold up. But Trent, here's the thing, Trent.
Not say that.
Trent, DMAC said we get the playoffs confused with how well he played all season. That's what he said. Now, did you say that?
Over the course of the
Nah,
whole
but
season,
if
I
you-
do
if-
think
if-
that
if-
that's
Trent, was he not bad all last season for the most part? Was he not bad?
He was pedestrian for the majority of the season.
I'm fine with pedestrian. Pedestrian's like middle.
Pedestrian's not bad.
What's up with pedestrians?
No.
Mid. That's
He was
mid.
pedestrian.
Mid.
He was
You niggas said solid.
Look. He was
Solid is
pedestrian.
mid.
Look,
He
he was
was
pedestrian
solid.
for.
honest. They're
He was
synonyms.
pedestrian for what's his name for the O's, and the playoffs became in. Salute.
We all agree the playoffs
No.
were,
No.
but he was mid. He was mid all year.
Y'all niggas saying pedestrian, bro. You know what pedestrian is?
That's not
Mid.
terrible. That's not trash.
Mid. That's
Don't
mid,
the
bro.
pedestrians. You can't hit the pedestrians in the street. The pedestrians. Come on, man. Get that baby out the street, man.
Yo,
if you're
you're
a
playing
pedestrian,
the
man.
semantics
Lie,
game.
Get that baby out the street.
For what we were saying about CJ, and then him look like that at the but I mean,
Yeah, that's bad. What we
That
were
do mean
protecting.
If he's bottom 15, my man, hey man, pack it up.
There's only
As
30
of right now,
32.
I would take Jalen Hurts over CJ Stroud so much it wouldn't even be funny, bro. Jalen Hurts is Tom Brady compared to CJ Stroud right now, bro. I think it's
I
terrible.
low-key agree. I hate
All
that.
right, hey, can I
hate
play
that.
that game? What if we put CJ Stroud on the Eagles offense?
Shit, the way he can't make reads and can't make throws, who knows?
That's just not true.
Hurts
That's just not
okay.
true.
He didn't miss throws last year, D-Mac.
No, he missed throws, but to say that he can't make reads or make throws is absolutely false. This is not even close to true. There are so many things that Jalen Hurts takes off the board as far as a quarterback that CJ Stroud puts on the board as a quarterback. Like that's night and day difference.
Y'all love that BBL ass quarterback. I think he's in her guy just like a baby mama, man.
Be honest, early.
Hippie ass quarterback, man. Y'all love that hippie ass nigga, man.
Listen. Early. Who reads offenses better, CJ Stroud or Jalen Hurts?
One of them was Super
who
Bowl.
reads defense?
One of them was Super Bowl.
No. Don't play that game. Don't play that game. Who reads
One of them wins
defenses
Super
better?
Bowl.
No.
Who beat Patrick Mahomes? The same shit y'all say. Who beat Patrick Mahomes?
Right now, because
this guy's not answering the question.
Early's gonna keep being nasty. Hey, right now, I know one thing. One of them wide receiver ones asked out. One of them wide receiver ones is happy to stay. That's all you need to know about them two quarterbacks.
Hey, man.
That's disingenuous as fuck.
No, it's not. No, the fuck it's not.
Magic
energy. Where he wanted to go, so he
get
wanted
that
to get the
on.
ball, right?
I'm not gonna
And guess what? CJ Stroud
tried to
throw
get
the
that
ball
off.
to Nico
That shit is
and when
so
he throw to AJ
disingenuous,
Brown,
bro.
He
wouldn't
tried to
have
get that
issue.
off.
That shit
AJ
is-
Brown know exactly where his
That
bread
shit
would be
is
buttered. If he had
Bro,
CJ Stroud as a
He
quarterback.
won a Super Bowl and didn't crack a smile.
And what's the problem?
I
Right?
guess
Guess what CJ Stroud gonna do? Get him the ball, and you can't say that that's wrong. There would not be an issue.
He
He would
literally has
absolutely
to
get
force
on
him
the
to mile on the
he's gonna
target.
have he's gonna get the same numbers he had with Hurts.
He would get better numbers.
I don't
He'd
know
actually
about better
get the
numbers.
targets he wants.
I don't know about better. Do we
Jalen
think
Hurts wouldn't have to take over
You
the
think
entire
AJ
now,
field.
right now? Do you think Nico Collins is better than AJ Brown right now?
No, fuck no.
No, I don't
No,
think so.
no. Do you hold on? Do you think AJ Brown getting like 15, 16 this year? Because if anything, he had 14. I think he had like 1496 with Hurts, and then he went back to back. Well, let's not forget he had like 6 games straight with like 130 yards. Like
Yeah,
and
the big thing was that was when Jalen Hurts was second in the MVP voting as far as that was concerned.
Nah, 2023. No, he wasn't. That was 2022.
2022.
When AJ Brown had like that 6 games straight in a row, he was like
what they would call him CEO.
But you're talking about his 1400 year, right?
Back to back.
He had 1400 year.
Okay. Yeah,
all I'm saying is
but
like,
you said 1496. That's why I was
think
thinking
the AJ Brown shit, like, because even though I don't really fuck with Hurts like that. I feel like just the AJ Brown situation compared to him, it's kind of like disingenuous on Jalen Hurts' part because they both elevated each other's play a lot. Like,
but my problem is AJ Brown. AJ Brown was successful without him. And again, I know you can compare it and say that he didn't have 400 yards, but nigga, he was getting 11 yards.
Of course.
But the Derrick Henry led offense.
You can also say Jalen Hurts before 2022. Jalen Hurts never had the receiver type of AJ Brown because it wasn't AJ Brown in Tennessee.
No, absolutely.
So I'm not big on off the field shit, but I heard this from so many people though. AJ low-key was a lame-o over a side piece, bro. Bro got married, bro. He got mad at Hurts over a side joint because he felt like Hurts should have told him that Hassan Reddick was messing with his side, which is like that's just some tender dicks. I mean, bro, it just is what it is. We
talking about on the field, man. I'm not doing no baby. I ain't doing no side piece drama.
Still, I heard that from enough people, bro, to where that was the real.
Jalen Hurts' girl got mad at AJ.
Like,
yeah,
it's factual though, bro. Like that's the only reason he blew it up.
They got rid of Hassan Reddick though.
They got rid of Hassan Reddick though. They ate that 21 million.
I know one nigga is healthy. He getting 16 plus with Drake May. I know that much.
I mean,
and if Smitty don't have at least 1,200 this year, I know y'all niggas gonna know why.
Like what Trent said though, you had the 1,500, 1496, cool, whatever you want to be. 1,500, and then you bounce back 6 straight games, 130 yards.
Yeah, 14, 50,
I mean, how much more? I mean, unless it's that Kobe and Kanye commercial.
It's what happened the last.
So why did it die down? Why did it die down?
But it's what happened the last 2 years. It was happening the last 2 years. He wasn't getting the targets that he wanted.
Yeah, because after that 6-game stretch, it just started getting weird.
Field issues you have.
But what happened?
You can't go from being a godfather
down the stretch of that 2023 season, and what happened with them flaming out in the playoffs too. Like that played a factor too, as far as that's concerned.
Well, Brian Johnson played
because that team legitimately went in the tank that second half of that 2023 season. Like that shit was bad.
Yeah, but
that switch was
it was a multitude of things though. It wasn't just Hurts though.
I'm not saying it was
sure,
but I'm just saying that's the reason.
It's the reason. We talking about what year though?
2023.
23. After that 6 games.
Through that, hold up, and I'm the one that was on that first. Through that season, bro, there was so many games that he barely, literally, what he would do was that season he would muck the game up and then he would come through in the clutch. But my whole problem was, hey, do not crash my car. And then when you get it fixed, expect me to thank you. You were supposed to do that. So I knew that eventually the games were just too close. He was having close games. The defense wasn't that good. Yeah, you're right. But he was having close games. And he was throwing games that was like barely. Once that second half of the season started to happen and he couldn't have that magic in the fourth quarter, I like Caleb Williams, bro. That shit started to flame out, man. He wasn't good that season. And this past year, once that running game wasn't what it was the year before, once you had to depend on him more, you saw what the season was. Man, I don't trust Jalen Hurts.
No. I'm not about to. I get you 2023 because I think it plays a more factor with him and Brian Johnson. But that shit that Kevin Patullo was cooking up, that's the worst I've ever seen in my life. I'm not gonna lie.
But do you think they wasn't running the ball because they couldn't or because he didn't want to?
No, their own line was ass this year. Shit wasn't good. The old offensive line, they just took a heavy decrease of what they were the year before.
Was that offensive line any worse than what Saquon has had to deal with in the past? With the Giants?
I want to go like it was bad,
but it wasn't
good, definitely declined.
No, it wasn't.
He would put up touchdown y'all season with the Giants on line. If they were better than that, he should be better.
The guard play was absolutely dog shit.
It wasn't dominant like it had been in years past. And the reality is this: the Eagles, Kevin Patullo, as far as that's concerned, when you're running the offense that ultimately is the one that Jalen Hurts is very comfortable with, then you have to have a dominant upfront offensive line.
So one shit is not perfect for me. I can't win.
But they have shifted away from it. That I think the Eli Stowers pick kind of shows a willingness to do so. The fact that they shipped off AJ Brown, I think that they now want to shift a little bit more into, hey, we're going to do some more traditional things from an offensive scheme possession standpoint. My bad. And that Jalen Hurts has to adjust to it. And if he doesn't, then I think Howie Roseman is going to look to replace him. That's what it's going to come down to.
I've been telling
you
people.
Have to adjust
people coughed at me. Jalen Hurts might not be that quarterback in 3 years. I've been telling people that. They've been coughing at me, but I'm telling y'all right now, he might not be the quarterback in 3 years. It wouldn't surprise me.
But like I said, man, like I said, I do get that, bro. But when you and your receiving one having off the field issues, that should translate to back on the field. Like I know people don't want to talk about it. I know we don't want to get into it, but that's a legit. The shit that AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts, that is a real issue that will fuck up the synergy of a football team.
But it don't help. It don't help that you don't give me the. It don't help that I'm not getting the ball either. Like it don't help.
Translate
because it's off the field.
If it's an off the field thing, here's the beauty of it. AJ, you're gone. Hurts, this is your team.
Yeah.
Show me. Yeah. Who's going to have a better season this year? Is AJ Brown going to have a better year with Drake May, or is Jalen Hurts going to show that he's a quarterback? He should.
That's why I can't wait to see it. We're going to see it. Yep.
Because we don't have to do all the off the field stuff. Go ahead and show me on the field.
Smitty and Dallas better have doodah seasons. So Smitty, Dallas, and Malachi Lemon better have some doodah seasons, boy. I'll tell you that much. But I'll tell you this much. I know if that running game is what it's supposed to be. I already know what that nigga is when the running game what it's supposed to be.
Well, they just no running back. No running back had a good year after they ran for 2,000. But I think Chris Johnson and he had a crack. Man, shouts out to Chris Johnson.
I'm about to say while we're here.
Yeah, fact.
Yeah.
While we're here,
but I think Chris Johnson's the only running back that have a good following season after he ran for.
Fuck all the other stuff. While we're here, he announced that he had ALS. Chris Johnson just a year ago was literally in the Pro Bowl, talking to players, kicking it up with players. Less than damn near a year later, this man is wheelchair bound. Like it broke my heart to see Chris Johnson like that. It hurt me, dog. Swiper hit me at like 8 a.m. Like, bro, Earl, I'm hurt, bro. Like, I'm hurt. I had to go watch it. I heard about it. I didn't actually go watch it. I thought he was still in the stages where he was still talking regular. When I actually watched the entire video and seeing that Chris Johnson was like this not even 10% of himself, dog, it broke my heart. As somebody who, my father had a stroke in 2010, he was never the same. I know with that, when you had to take care of somebody, when you're bathing them, washing them, to that extent, how much that wears on the family, not just because of the work you have to do, but just because it hurts to see them like that when they can't be themselves. Hey, man, shout out to Chris Johnson. They do think that ALS is either generational or it can be triggered by a lot of head trauma. Hey, man, I don't know what the NFL is going to do moving forward, but like.
Hooked. Oh, he is
yeah, NFL went over there and cut his shit off. But they have been looking at that, though. It's a lot of football players that suffer from ALS.
Yeah, it's a tough disease.
So it's a correlation to be made there with the head trauma. Shouts out, prayers to Chris Johnson, man. You know what I mean? Hell of a player. But yeah, that was the only running back I know that had to that followed up that 2K yard season with another good season. But for the most part,
I hate this damn app.
I wouldn't say Saquon's season was bad, but no, early. Go ahead.
I was saying there's guys that like I don't know what the NFL gonna do, like I'm saying, but like it just seems like everybody we just watched a couple years ago is not living, man. From the Doug Marks to Demaryius Thomas's, Vincent Jackson's, like there are so many guys, even this past year, Trent. How many guys do we see pass away? We like, what? Who passed away? These guys are 35, 38, not even 40 years old. Like
did they find out what happened with Alden Smith?
I think it was an overdose or something like that. It was an overdose. Like it just seems like this dog. We're literally watching guys we just finished watching. Like, I don't think this has ever been, like, even when you look at the past, bro, like, Lawrence Taylor and these guys are still here. Guys that we just watched are not living anymore, man, or are doing really bad.
That boy was feeding the homeless before he died. A couple days before he died, though. That boy was out there booming them pizzas out the trunk, bro. Like, that's
yeah, like, it's just like I said, it's just like, I don't know, man. I've said this, and some people it might not be in my lifetime. It might actually be in my lifetime, but I think 25, 30 years from now, the more people putting their kids in the sports like that, football might be a sport where people might say, hey, man, I'm good on that shit, dog. I'm good on that. I would not put my son in football, point blank period.
Listen,
I wouldn't even try.
Bo Jackson,
my son be playing baseball, soccer before he ever do football.
Bo Jackson might be the greatest athlete we never seen. That boy, Bo Jackson said, my son asked me to play football. He said, I'll backhand him in his mouth. That's how much of a disdain he has for football because he felt like football ruined all the other things for him, baseball, whatever, because Bo Jackson was a hell of a baseball player. Mike Beasley even said it. Mike Beasley said football, one sport he won't let his kid play because He say them boys really like.
It's a car accident every play.
Yeah,
it's a car accident every play. They equivalent a head-to-head collision with two football players, especially at this speed, at this strength. It's the equivalent of a car accident. So I mean, you might as a running back, imagine a running back getting 30 touches in the game. That means you had 30 car accidents. Like there's too many of our greats that we love that ain't gonna be even now. Just statistics show there are guys that we love. We love we might love B. John. We love Christian McCaffrey. Out of them top 10 and 15 running backs, 3 or 4 of them are going to be fucked up in 20 years. Niggas that we loved are going to be fucked up.
That's why I said, bro, it's on record. Derrick Henry got the ball 56 times in high school. Got the ball 43 times versus LSU. Got the ball 49 times versus Auburn. Like, dog.
You know, he still has, you know, his most yards ever is still, what's his name in high school?
Yeah, it still stands.
That's a damn shame. Like, whoever his high school coaches were, they're fucking shameless for that shit, bro.
But he broke a 58-year-old record, though.
Bro, I don't give a damn. Don't care, bro.
Either way, even when we look at that, well, again, there are guys that we love in this sport.
Could you imagine getting out of chemistry and having to tackle Derrick Henry on Friday night, though?
Yeah, that's crazy. But I'm saying, though, but that's why he spent so much money taking care of his body, though, because that shit real.
No, for sure.
I pray for Chris. I pray for any future player who goes through this. I know it's going to happen. It's going to be somebody we love again. It's going to be messed up. But again, I just think that, you know, football's such a physical sport. And I think that sometimes when we look at it, we look at it for entertainment. But, man, these people got families and stuff like that. And I feel like you shouldn't have to sacrifice. I understand some people like, you know, bad, we've had these arguments. But I shouldn't have to sacrifice millions and to, like, for my family not being enjoying me. I'm at 39 years old. 39 years old, bro.
I mean, I won't tell anybody whether or not they should play football. I just think that people should understand and be educated on the risks that come with playing football.
Yeah, that's what come along with it, bro.
Of course, it has a give 22 in terms of you can have the potentiality to be extremely wealthy, extremely famous, but then of course they had trauma, and of course the NFL is trying to make it more safe. We'll see how much you can actually do at the end of the day, considering a lot of these are full-grown athletes going full speed. Who knows? But as long as people are educated for it, for sure. But generally, I don't know. It's hard for me to say that the NFL will ever be at that point. I think it's too entertaining, and people love it. People love the Spartan warfare, man. They love to see stuff like this. That's why mixed martial arts still exists in boxing, even though that is losing popularity. I don't think football will ever kind of reach that point. If anything, football is just
Marty McFly, them dumbass.
Well, it's already gone down. They voted the level of people who put their kids in football over the last like 10, 20 years is declined drastically. So it's on a decline.
You guys were talking at the same time. I don't know.
Oh, my bad.
Early, go ahead.
I would say, yeah, it's at a decline, though. The numbers of kids that are in football now is at a decline. And there are Pop Warner leagues that are dying out because there's not that many people putting their kids in football at their young age like they used to. I will say this. It hit home so much because as an ECU alumni, Chris Johnson is a king where I'm from, where I went to school at. He's our Adrian Peterson for the Sooners. Like, he's that. So for him to go through this, it hurts my community and people that I know personally who know Chris Johnson, who coach Chris Johnson. So it just hits home differently. And like I said, I pray that they can make football even more safer. But at some point in time, I know a lot of us want to see the hits. They want to see the collisions. But it's just sad that what it does to people, man. You know.
I will say this though, just based off of what Riddell just said. While I commend the NFL for trying to make the sport safer, they are taking way too much away from the defensive and not asking like coaches to teach their offensive players, especially when it comes to quarterbacks who like to run, to protect themselves. Like all of this late sliding and getting hit in the head, like I understand that from what it looks like, it's obviously going to be a penalty, but we have got to get better at teaching the offensive players specifically to protect themselves, especially when they're running in the open field. The late sliding and stuff like that is just not good. I know injuries happen, but
I know they are gladiators, bro. But I mean, it's just what you signed up for when you go with it, bro. Salutes to him. You know what I'm saying? He was a good dude, but I mean, it's a gladiator sport, bro. We saw Muhammad Ali, bro, be one of the most mouthiest persons we had never known, bro. And then he end up just all he could do is shake it. It's like, I mean, you don't tell people to make boxing safer. I mean, it is what it is. You can't.
Well, I mean, there's certain hits you can't do in boxing, so they did make it safer for sure.
You still go in there and get your ass whooped.
And respectfully, and we're being Bama. Let's have this when you do boxing, right? You can't, again, when we talk about the James Tones and them, those are boxers from the 90s. But the 2000 boxers, the Floyd Mayweather, the Manny Pacquiao, ain't none of them fucked up. Andre Ward 30 and 0. He ain't fucked up. Like
I'll be
the
working
new,
out early though.
and but we're comparing our football players that's the same age as our Boston players now. We got 4 players that are 33 and to 40 fucked up. That 33 to 40 range, they ain't fucked up. They're not.
A lot of them little niggas, bro, but them
I don't know about that, bro.
Now, when we look again, we look at the era of, I'll just say Floyd, because Floyd like 40. We'll look at that era. That Floyd era with Canelo, with, like I said, Oscar De La Hoya, Sugar Shane Mosley. They're not fucked up. They're not. They speak just fine. They're not fucked up. So that boxer has done a job to make the sport.
Well, I mean, there's more NFL players than there are like
absolutely.
Boxers. So it's like it's hard to really compare it. You would have to look at the statistics and the proportionality to see how much this really affects.
And NFL, if you are a starter in the NFL, you cannot dodge collisions. You can't. Not if you're on the D line, the O line, not if you're a running back, maybe a quarterback, but you can't dodge collisions.
I seen them cornerbacks. I seen a lot of cornerbacks. A lot of cornerbacks that came on Trent show. A lot of them niggas turned down that smoke now. I seen them niggas turn smoke all the way with smoke off. I seen them niggas turn that shit down.
That's a business decision.
Yeah. I mean, you like, for example, you have Ryan Clark, who's like one of the more popular media personalities. And I do think he's a pretty good intellectual for all intents and purposes when he's on TV. I mean, he was taking crazy hits and he's still good. So it's like, it's just a risk that you have to be aware of.
It is.
Shout out to Chris Johnson, though, man.
Shout out to Chris, man. But this is a risk we got to take. I feel like just revert that shit back, bro. Let niggas take steroids, HGH.
Tripping. All right, move on.
Go crazy, bro.
This out the mud. We already 2 hours in.
I mean, he's tripping.
This is the guys and the girls.
Ruin your body even more, man.
Yeah, man. This nigga.
My money's worth.
We at the press box and Players' Choice do not have the same views as Bama. He is by himself on those views. I don't think steroids should be taken from anybody. Thank you very much.
Man, make sports better, bro. Yeah. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Hopefully, Mega Mind will be back. If not, I'll be hosting again. Your favorite host with the most. It's been Bama, D-Mac, Lonnie,
Playboy Bunny Hat,
Riddell, Early, Trent, and Kenya. We out till next week. Peace.